Cookiepuss for his mother 1 year. They all say he's crazy. He's an alien on the show. Howard doesn't have the guts to let him go.
All right, there it is. Yeah.
And Fred and Allison, who get the better?
Well, Allison's attractive.
I think you better with me.
Yeah, I think.
Nobody wants
Yeah,
to
I think so. I don't want to say anything. I'm afraid to answer either way.
Go
All right,
quiet.
not with Fred.
No, right.
Because he'll hold it against you.
Robin went to the bathroom.
Right. Robin left the room. I'm afraid to say. Really, I am. I don't want to.
I'm afraid to say. I'm afraid to say.
Yeah, right. I'm afraid to say. I'm afraid to say.
You're all oil paintings. I just want you to...
What a conversation and mentoring.
Yeah, why include Fred?
What are we talking about, Gary?
What does that mean?
What?
Fred said we're all oil paintings.
He means that we're all going to stay the same and all beautiful.
All attractive people.
Right. He's complimenting us.
Because they really do want to turn you on to the DeFeo way of leasing cars. And you really will be very satisfied with this very big company. And there's a reason they're big. It's because they'll break your leg if you don't... In fact, our own Fred Norris went to DeFeo. They saw him coming, they got frightened, they locked up the doors. We closed it.
I'm going to sneak up on them, I swear. I'm going to get disguised on them and get a car.
They have a car, the Klaus car for Fred. They have a car named Klaus. Oh, Fred. By the way, Mother's Day is... When is Mother's Day?
May something.
May... Fred? Fred, you ought to get your mother a Mother's Day gift. You used to go home and see her every weekend. Now you never go. Since
Remember when he used to send her Cookiepuss?
Yeah, I remember that. Fred, didn't you used to send your mom Cookiepuss on Mother's Day?
Hey, doesn't
Cookiepuss.
Doesn't everybody?
She said this mom a Cookiepuss. I swear to God.
True.
I used to say, Fred, that's your mom, man. You're sending her a Carvel Cookiepuss. It's your mom. Jesus, go to Fortune House, get some jewelry. Because you never see her anymore, right? When's the last time you saw your mother? Be honest.
Probably Christmas.
Yeah. Whoa. I didn't even realize it.
When's the last time you saw your mother, Robin?
Hey, you know I don't see my mother. We're supposed to be on a good terms with your mother.
Yeah, but you love your mother. I mean, you used to go every weekend to see her.
I still love her, and she knows that.
Since you got the princess, you never even go.
Oh, I go.
You know what it is with you? If you don't have anybody to go to on a weekend, you go to your parents. They're the last choice in your life. Now that you have a girlfriend, you've like...
4 years later.
You've totally blown them off. Because you remember how you used to say to me, Howard, I can't do stuff on the weekends. I have to go home to see my parents. I have to help them with mowing the lawn and stuff. Now
They
all
don't
of a sudden,
have lawns anymore?
no, there's no lawn to mow. So I knew you were lying to me.
They've got a tractor now.
I knew you were lying to me back then. I knew it.
That's a lie.
You were lying to me.
I resent that.
No, I know you were lying to me.
Oh, stop it.
You were.
No.
Admit it. Admit it. So how come you don't have to go anymore? Is it a coincidence that now that you have a girlfriend?
Hey, I wasn't lying, and I'm not lying, and I just resent you saying that.
Well, you can resent me all you want. I'm
Okay.
telling you, I caught you in a lie.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I knew I would.
No, you didn't.
Swear on Lord Jesus.
I swear on Lord Jesus.
That you have the same obligations now that you had then. It's just that you were lonely back then.
I was lonely back then, but I also had obligations.
And you don't have the
It's
same
a
obligations?
different situation.
I
What's the
see.
situation?
What's the difference?
What's the difference? I have other things in my life right now.
Oh.
Oh. But what about when I needed you? But what about when I needed you on the weekend to help me?
And what if I needed you on the weekend? Ow!
Yeah, really, what if I needed you?
Ow!
I don't count?
Ow, I don't count.
You're not the princess, huh?
No. Oh, what's the matter? Because I don't spread my legs for you, Freddie?
Ow! Just because I don't spread my legs for you, Freddie? Ow!
Wow.
Wow.
That's some new... What is that new impression? What's that supposed to be?
I believe that's you.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
You believe that I sound like, ow, ow,
I
ow.
believe you do, yes.
Well, I'll tell you something, Fred. You keep praying I sound like that because that's how we make money.
I know.
And every time you mimic me or mock me, you just remember where the paycheck comes from.
And you remember where the paycheck is,
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's right, boy.
Look how he comes to life.
Yeah, that's right.
Do me a favor.
Yeah, that's right.
Do me a favor. Take this much verve.
Do me a favor and put this much verve and write a script, okay? All right.
That's right.
Yeah,
you hit
that's
it.
right. Yeah, that's
Go
right.
home at night and type.
Go home at night. Right, yeah.
Go call me up one time with this kind of attitude and say, Howard, I wrote a script on my own.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's the new shtick now. That's the new Fred Norris shtick. He sits there and he goes, rah, 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 rah. And think about entertainment on this show. I don't feel that's entertaining.
It was. I don't know.
You think
I
that's
thought
entertaining? You think that's entertainment?
Yeah, I thought so.
That's good.
I'm sorry.
You're fascinating. Do me a favor. Is now that you're in this creative mood, write something down and submit it to me after the show.
Hey, bud, I do.
Good. I'm waiting for that. Caught him in a lie, Robin.
I hear you.
All right, now, Fortunoff. I knew it. I knew I'd have to wait 5 years till he got a girlfriend, but now I caught him in a lie. I used to ask him, I say, Fred, I need you the week. Oh, I got to chop down a tree. And then he'd say, oh, my grandfather's ill. Okay, every weekend you got to go? Every weekend, like clockwork. Okay.
I wonder who's tending poor Grandpa's grave.
Yeah, that's right, not Fred.
Probably all overgrown.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Got weeds.
All right. Poor Grandpa. Fred didn't even like his grandpa.
Right,
Oh, he hated him.
Did you like your grandfather?
Did I like my grandfather? I wasn't fond of him, no.
All right, thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
But at least I would see him from time to time.
Oh, I'm not a hypocrite.
Oh, you're not a hypocrite. Right.
You just see your parents when it's convenient, Fred.
When you don't have a girlfriend.
If your girlfriend broke up, you'd go back to seeing your parents.
When you adopted him that weekend, he didn't see his parents.
Oh, yeah. Stayed with me.
Nobody else on this show,
Came to my house one weekend and stayed a month. I could have easily been his girlfriend, believe me.
I'm telling you.
Right.
I could have
If you
gotten
hadn't
you.
made him leave, he'd still be there.
I could have been living with you. You could have been Mrs. Howard Stern. See the energy he just put into that? I wish when I say, hey, Fred, quick, get the guitar. I wish he would.
Or when you say, okay, it's time to write.
It's time to write, I could find him.
Yeah, I mean, instead of him then wandering off.
It's like, I like how you twist it, you know?
All right. Thank you. At least that's a compliment. You're more on track. Do you ever go to Fortune House and buy me jewelry?
Would I buy? No, I don't think so.
All right. Enough said.
You're not my mother.
You're not my mother. What? Are you going to get your mother Cookiepuss?
He never even sent you a cookie.
I-
No, seriously, did you? I don't even remember that. Did you actually get her a Cookiepuss?
Yes, I did. And I also got
Howard,
her
I didn't
jewelry.
make that up.
And I also got her jewelry.
All right, all right. Everyone's just having fun. No one's making fun of Cookiepuss.
Oh, come on. Leave it alone. It's a great product.
I remember he came back after the Mother's Day weekend. We said, what'd you get your mother, Fred? I've got her Cookiepuss.
Hey, Scott, can you give me my Cookiepuss voice?
Hey, I thought it was a funny thing.
Tess, wait a second.
I gotta be Cookie. Oh, there you go. That's Cookiepuss. Wait a second. Oh, that's Cookiepuss. Hey, Fred. A second. I gotta take you out of that.
Oh, this is
Wait a
it.
second.
This is the ridicule portion of the show.
Hey, Fred.
Yes.
How come you didn't get your mom a Fudgy the Whale?
Because I didn't want to get her a Fudgy the Whale.
How come?
Because I didn't.
Because Cookiepuss is number one, right?
That's right.
Right. Cookiepuss is the best. What did your mom say to you when she got the Cookiepuss?
Thank you.
Right. She really was appreciative?
Yes, she was.
What do? You called the Carvel in Connecticut, or you
No,
did
I
Carvel in
went
New
and got it
York?
myself.
Oh, you picked up a Cookiepuss?
I picked it up myself.
Let me get this straight.
This is really confusing to you,
Yes.
Cookiepuss?
Yes. Yes, it
I'm
is.
sorry I bought you, then you're stupid.
Cookiepuss doesn't have a high IQ, Fred. Could you
I
not
guess,
insult?
I guess.
Oh, sorry, I'm just an ice cream cake. I'm not as smart as you, Mr. Smarty
There you
Pants.
go. See?
Mr. Cookiepuss
That's
aficionado.
Right. That's right.
Let me get this straight.
Yes.
You were looking for a Mother's Day gift,
Right.
and you were up in Connecticut already.
Yes.
Your mother wasn't an afterthought.
Yeah, you didn't drive the
No,
Cookiepuss
not at
from
all.
New York all the way up to Connecticut.
No.
And pack it in ice or
No, I
something.
didn't.
But don't you think that's kind of a last minute, Mother's Day. What
Right.
can I get her? Cookiepuss. Carvel's right around the corner.
I think you really didn't think about your mother. I think that what happened was
Well,
you were
well, thank you for judging me, Cookiepuss.
at the last. When did you come up with the idea to get a Cookiepuss? Like the last minute? Be honest. Be honest.
Be honest?
Yeah.
I don't have to be honest. I'm a liar. You remember that?
No. You can.
That was Howie. This is Cookiepuss.
This is Cookiepuss. Everyone's
Oh,
honest
yeah,
with Cookiepuss.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I hate Fudgy the Whale.
Really?
Oh yeah. He's a. What kind of whale is he, Fred? You know. Baleen, isn't he?
Yes, that is.
Baleen whale.
He's a baleen whale?
Yeah.
What's that?
He's got a big ass blowhole right out of his out the top of his head. And it's a
Cookiepuss, I never heard you talk like this.
Oh yeah. Oh. Now that Tom Carvel is dead, I can show my true colors. I can do penis jokes.
Oh, no.
Crying out loud. Sure.
I thought your name was rather funny all along, Cookiepuss.
Oh, because you think like Cookie Pussy.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was like shortened or something.
No. It's Cookie Puss.
Okay.
Cookie Puss. Tom Carvel was like a weird guy. Really weird. I wish he could have named me like,
What would you
Rambo.
Rambo.
Rambo Puss.
Rambo the cake.
Rambo the cake.
The ice cream
No,
cake.
Cookie Puss. What am I, a woman or a man?
You sound like a woman.
Yeah, but I
A
feel like...
cookie puss, what would that be?
But I think there's a man inside of me.
Trying to get out?
Fred, I just want to thank you for giving your mom a Cookie Puss.
You started a tradition, I
You
think.
did. When's the what? After you got her the Cookie Puss, was she like really freaked out?
Oh, Fred, you shouldn't have?
I don't recall.
Oh, Fred, you shouldn't have bought me the Cookie Puss.
Great impression.
Thank you. I do impressions too.
Yeah.
Want to hear my David Brenner?
Please. What else do you do?
In the village, I once bought Vagina the cake. Did you ever see that? They have that.
What is Cookie Puss supposed to be in here? I don't even know what the cake looks like.
What do I look like, Fred? Seriously, I forget because I don't have a mirror here at Carvel. What do I look like?
God, it's been a long time.
I know what
think it
Fudgy
looked
the
like a
Whale
light
looks
bulb.
like.
I think it looked like a light bulb, and they used to change it like, it was like dump. No, that was. They usually use the same mold for other cakes.
Right. So
Thank
nice of you to buy your mom an ice cream cake.
Yeah.
Why don't you just buy her a newspaper or a quart of milk?
That's this year.
A Slurpee.
Hey, Ma, this year I got you a Slurpee.
That's this year.
All right, come on, let's cut it out. I love Fred. I'm Cookie Puss and I love Fred. I got to admit, you were a ball of fire in the writing meeting yesterday. You did come up with like 90%.
Was
of
he?
the stuff. Yeah.
What were you doing in the writing
In
meeting?
fact, I started yelling at Mark Burglas and saying, why can't you be more like Fred?
Cookie Puss
Yeah.
did this.
Yeah, so look how Fred comes in prepared and he's got a whole bunch of notes and stuff. So
Wow.
then I got a hold of Jackie and started yelling at Jackie.
Fred got everybody into trouble.
Oh, yeah, I was very impressed. Fred's actually a real writer. And Jackie wrote a lot of stuff, too.
Yeah.
I yelled at Burglas, why can't you be more like Jackie and Fred?
Ah.
I play them all off one each other, you know.
Trying to get some output.
Right.
Make them compete.
Hey, Fred, you know what you ought to get your mom for Mother's Day? You know what's a nice gift? Seriously. I don't mean this kidding around. Cotton candy.
That's not bad.
What a generous guy.
That was the first Cookie Puss for Mother's Day.
You're not even having your mother at your wedding. That's wrong.
I know.
He's sending our Cookie Puss to make up for it.
Yeah. Why don't you send her a Cookie Puss?
I might do that.
What, are you going to have a Cookie Puss wedding cake?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Although if they might
You got to
not
admit,
allow
that's pretty insulting, though, to get your mom a Cookie Puss.
it. And this isn't insulting.
What?
Look at what she did
Oh,
for
this
you. She
isn't
went through
insulting.
hours and hours of labor
Yeah.
to have you. You give her a
Mocking my
Cookie
special
Puss.
gift. That's
Guess
not,
what Fred got me? A Cookie Puss. Tell all the other people in Connecticut.
that's not
Cookie Puss.
insulting. Okay.
Do you call her at least?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
When was the last time?
When was the last time you called your mother, Robin?
Uh-oh.
That's not the point.
Cookie Puss is asking.
Why
I
do
called
I
my
have to
mother.
answer to you?
He's not going to be interviewed by you. Only Cookie Puss.
All right, I'm sorry, Cookie
I have
Puss.
no-
Could you ask him when was the last time he called his mother?
Cookie Puss has got to leave now. I'm gonna... Cookie Puss is running out of the room during the commercials. So he doesn't have to be in here with Fred.
Fred's really upset with
I'm
that.
just contemplating, should Cookie Puss, like, really leave the room? Or...
I thought you were
Howard
being
come-
rather bold for an ice cream cake.
Yeah. Well, what's he going to do to me? Eat me? Hey, Fred, eat me. Fred, but you're a big fan of Cookie Puss. What is in Cookie Puss? Is it chocolate or vanilla? Or can you get a choice?
I think you have a choice.
Do you have to order that in advance, or can you just walk in and
No,
say...
you just walk in and get it.
Did you get your mom's... Did it say Happy Birthday, Mom, or something? I mean, Happy Mother's
birthday,
Day?
Happy Mother's Day, whatever.
Really?
Sure.
Since Carvel died, they've loosened up a lot. Now there's Fudgy the Underpants, which
Oh,
is just
no.
like it's a giant underpants cake with lots of fudge in the bottom of it. It's fascinating. Carvel was like really ran that thing with like an iron
Yeah, I
fist.
wondered if there was going to be anything new after he died.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have like gay cakes. All kind of neat stuff.
body parts.
Oh, yeah. Dumpy the shrinker.
Maybe Freddie's mom will get a vagina cake.
And vagina cake. Cheesy. You see this new one? Cheesy the foot. And it's just like a big foot with cheese in it. Big smelly foot. With a gay toenail. And there's Booger the nose.
Oh,
What kind of neat things? Andy the anus. You don't want to get your mom that.
that's not a Mother's Day kind of cake.
No. All right, let me get out of this voice. I'm annoying Fred. I don't need to annoy Fred. I gotta get through the... I'm afraid to get out of this voice, I'll be honest with you.
You're afraid of talking to Fred for real.
At least when I'm the cake, it's like a little mellower.
He's tolerant.
It's not like yelling. Fred, maybe you and I should go in the cake business. Now the Carvel's dead. But we can make really horrible cakes, like disgusting.
Oh, gray and green.
Oh, gray and green and junk. What do you think?
Oh, boy.
Okay, hold on.
It's safe out here.
Yeah, I'm back.
Whew.
Fred, that wasn't me. That was the cake. All right. Let's calm down over there. Hey, the cake did say that you were really great in the writing meeting yesterday. Okay.
And I'm sure it appreciated being given to your mother.
Right.
Right.
Actually, the Carvel products are pretty good.
I loved Cookiepuss.
We just had Carvel cake at my daughter's birthday party.
Yeah.
Should've
I
done
remember Cookiepuss being really good.
that. It is good. So, Fred, I understand. It is a good cake.
Why would I give that to my mother? It was terrible.
Right.
Did she eat it all by herself?
No, she shared. Even I know his mother. She wouldn't just sit there and hoard the Cookiepuss. I called Fred's mother the other night, told me she still has half of it in the freezer.
She didn't want to let it go. That
No.
was from Fred.
It's the only thing she has of Fred. Hasn't seen him since Christmas.
Every once in a while she takes out and looks at it, remembers her son.
Yeah. When you went to see her in Christmas, did Princess Norris go with you?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good. That's good. All right. So she understands. She had to sit in the car?
Yeah.
Why, because she's Jewish? Okay.
I don't know what my family situation has to do with Fred, though. If I ask him a question, I just want to know about his family.
He was feeling attacked, and he had to go on the
I see.
offensive.
Okay.
He was feeling attacked.
No, I just feel that, that Robin has no right to comment.
Because why? Because she has a bad family situation?
Basically, yeah.
Well, why can't she...
I find that a bit hypocritical.
What?
What? No, I don't get that, seriously.
You don't get that? I don't feel she's qualified to comment on any situation of mine.
Well, all right. There you go. Fair enough.
Oh, fair enough is right.
That's right. I happen to agree with him on that. I am qualified. Especially after the David Brenner... All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Has to have the last word. So you
Yeah.
can say, take care of it. And he'll go, well, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but I'll take care of it. You
Yeah,
go,
right.
No,
I'm not.
saying
Then I'll say to him, Fred, not that you're doing anything wrong. I just think that maybe we can recycle some of the... Oh,
Well, let me ask you a question.
here you go.
No,
He can't stop it.
Is that a Columbo? Why is that wrong?
All right, Columbo, go ahead. Ask me a question.
Now, you see,
Go ahead.
now the thing is this. If someone says to you, I want to see you do that,
Yeah.
and you think that you are doing it...
Fred, I'm not a foreman,
Would it
okay?
behoove you
Yeah.
to say, yes, I am doing that?
Now, Fred, I'm not a labor negotiator. I'm not.
Maybe
I'm
point
not.
out that person might
Fred-
be incorrect.
Fred, all I'm asking is, my perception is that I'm hearing the same musical beds over and over again, and we have a tendency to forget about the older ones. I want to recycle them.
But I do. It's like
Okay,
I've
fine.
got a whole
All right.
stack, and I go from the top to the bottom,
I
and
see.
then go back again.
All right.
See, I think what happens is something pops out. Maybe we were leaning on it heavy at one point. You hear it, and you immediately
Okay.
perceive it as that we're beating it to death,
All right.
which we're not.
All right. Thank you.
Can I just make one small suggestion, Freddie?
I know a lot of them don't get played.
Even though I know you think you're right, and etc. The way I would have
It's
ended
not
it...
a right or wrong.
But I would have just said, all right, Howard, I'll take care of it.
Right.
Okay.
Boom.
Then that's what I'll do.
Yeah. You say,
I'll
okay,
be a
I get
yes
you.
man.
Right. That's all.
Welcome.
That's not a yes man.
Yes, it is.
It's not a thing to argue over.
Now I know the rules.
Oh, my goodness.
Robert, I love when Gary starts telling Fred how to do his job, and Gary has it completely wrong. Gary thinks I'm looking for a yes man. He's another moron.
I know.
It's not what I'm looking for. It's just that, like, I
that's
can't
what Gary was
physically
telling
do
me, so.
every job.
I was sitting here just thinking, listening to that conversation. Welcome to your nightmare.
Yeah, this is my nightmare. I got Gary the moron explaining to Fred what to
There's a
do.
lot of things. Is so good at being a manager. That's why everybody who worked with her
There's a
runs
lot
with
of things Fred hates, but there's nothing he hates worse than Gary telling him what to do.
Yeah, I mean, and for you, but you know what? And there's nothing I hate more than Gary going, like, he thinks he's solving my problem. He goes, don't you know what boss wants? He wants a yes man.
No. Freddie knows
Like
what
a
to do.
moron.
Freddie
He's
knows,
so dumb.
Freddie knows what to
not
do.
dumb. He's a
He understands. He knows what to do. But he wants to battle
he doesn't.
you. He wants to battle you.
He doesn't know what to do.
He knows it. Listen, he knows that you want to.
If he knew what to do, he'd do it.
He did it this morning.
Yeah,
he knew
did it, but I had to explain it to him.
He knew what to do right up ahead. He just wanted to say, I've been doing it, but just let it go and do it. That's all.
I see.
That's not a yes, man. That's let it go and do it.
No, what it is listen to what I'm saying. If there's any validity, do it. Oh, by the way, that's your assignment. Instead of focusing on
Why
me,
don't you
focus
keep
on
it a
them.
secret from me?
Now you got the
Why
information.
don't you tell me it's not happening? I don't have an assignment.
Gonna bust my balls all morning. All morning I'm gonna get my balls busted. Do you know what?
But don't you worry. If Fred attacks you, I'll be right there.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I like when you bust my balls. It gets me ready for my wife busting my balls all weekend.
But you can say that. If Fred attacks you, I'm right there to defend you.
That's true.
I don't drop you, even though I'm angry.
Don't deflect, Robin. Stay with it. Stay angry about JFK Jr.
I'm not angry about JFK Jr.
No, not much.
She's angry about you.
No, not me at all. See, this is what happens is when she's feeling hurt and she's feeling a little neglected.
It's not neglected at all. Listen to
She doesn't
this.
want to confront
Listen to
you,
this. I
so
gotta
she
be
basically has
analyzed
to
by
pile
a
on my
Martian.
back.
Pile on your back.
Robin, I read your book. You're not capable of analyzing anyone.
By a Martian, I am.
You know what's
Robin,
funny?
you're not capable of
On the
analyzing
new Lotus
anyone.
Notes program we hooked up, Fred got the color green for his pen because he's from Mars.
You said that yesterday, and it was all I could do to just say, oh, God.
All right.
He gave him the Martian
I gave him
color.
the green marking pen. Well, let's get to the news. If you don't mind,
Space
Fred,
alien
we have
color.
lives outside the show. Okay.
Okay. You do. I'm not so sure about her.
All right, Fred.
Go cut
Go
up
see
another
your
newspaper.
stripper wife.
Go cut up a
stripper wife.
Go cut up another
Stripper
newspaper.
wife.
Yeah, porn
see
girl
your
back here.
stripper wife
Porn girl back
dance in
here.
another-
I don't know what I'm going to
another
do with my
play
life.
and be
Maybe I should be
rubbed
a porn star. Or maybe I should strip for a living.
Hey,
Oh, the Air Force has called me on the phone. Maybe I
at
should
least I wasn't
join.
lying to some sucker saying I want to be your wife so I can strip.
Robin, you don't know anything about that. It's totally unfounded, so. But I can
And-
substantiate
Can
what
I hear the real news?
And fine. You can go and say anything you want.
This is pretty good. You like this better than the news?
Two people without a leg to stand on.
Don't get started with me, fat boy.
He's just...
Fat boy.
He's just
I'll drag Timmy's
scattershot
corpse
to
in a
that.
room.
All right, come on.
Speaking of cats, huh?
What is it? What do you want?
I noticed a little argument before.
Please, I got to get to the news.
Okay.
I know everyone's. This is like a family of what? Okay, what is it?
No, I noticed a little argument before. I hate ratting on Fred, but when we were off the air for like 2 seconds before, Fred was having little problems with some cards.
I'll tell you what it was, Big Mouth. What happened, Scott came in here and kicked
but
all
it
my
wasn't
cards
your
all over
fault.
the place.
But
she's nagging me through the
she was
glass.
nagging him, and
well,
I
that's not a typical thing. And I said, you
nagging him.
witch. Now, is that okay? Now get out of the room, fat boy.
Howard,
What
let
happened,
me tell
Gidget?
you what happened.
What happened?
I'll tell you what.
How did I miss this?
Wait a minute, you
Because
must
you
have
weren't
been
out
in
of
the
the room.
bathroom or something.
I shouldn't have left. I missed
Never
it.
leave.
So Robin,
Never leave.
I'm sitting here minding my own business. You know I listen
not
while...
minding your own business, you're
here we
minding
go.
mine.
Here we go.
What happened to you and Fred? You used to be friends.
Listen to me.
her
I'm
guts.
trying to tell you what went on.
I hate her guts. She's like a fair weather friend, you know?
Fair weather friend. When has the weather ever been bad for you?
Come on, the show,
Has it ever been good for
Fred,
you?
is about you take things too personally.
You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you do. To hate Robin's guts,
I do.
you do.
Yeah, I do.
Jeez,
Wow.
I feel hurt now.
It's gonna ruin her weekend.
I know.
can I ask a question?
What?
Are you more hurt by Howard or Fred? Right
I'm
now?
not hurt by Fred at all.
Right.
Howard, she's hurt by. I've been pretty bad.
Yeah.
At least I don't hate your guts. Can I go on with the
But
news?
at least I say
What
it.
is this?
I don't go
Wait a
behind
minute,
her back and
I
lie
have
about
to-
things.
Lie? What are you talking about?
Well, the
What?
JFK thing, Robin. He lied to you.
I didn't hear what you started off with. Anyway,
Right.
let me tell you what happened there, because I certainly was not getting on Fred's case. I don't know what his problem is.
Angie's just trying to start trouble, and I don't hate Robin.
It was just very funny.
You don't hate
watching
Robin?
badmouth
No, I do not.
Robin, when no mics
You
are on.
know, all
I didn't think you hated Robin.
I don't hate Robin, and
That's why I wasn't
Ganji's so
hurt. I
desperate to
think
get on the air. It's like he's like another one of those little
It was just
weasels.
very funny,
He's on a
Fred. I'm
witch
sorry.
hunt.
It was very funny, but it wasn't worth
Fred,
interrupting the news.
I'm going to do something I've never done on the show before. I'm going to say, who cares? All right, let's go ahead. I want to just hear some news.
Because
Look,
it's very
enough with the
simple.
small
You know
talk.
how
Let's
if
get
I
down
ever
to
hear
business.
the carts sometimes don't trip or something, and I'll just say
Right.
we're off the air.
Right.
And that's all I did.
You said we're off the air.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
Now, I was frantically searching for the carts. He leaves that out of the story.
I
was
no
trying
idea.
to
Why
blame
blame
Robin?
Robin?
No.
I didn't see him.
You know what it
doing
was?
anything.
He gets mad when we go off the air and you tell him. I was frustrated.
Oh, okay.
I was frustrated.
Well, why take it out on her?
It doesn't matter.
No.
I was just frustrated. It just
doesn't matter.
It's kind of like a verbal hiccup. I say it and I'm done with it.
Oh, okay. But that is rude. I mean, she just was trying to.
I was trying to help. I'm
she
sorry.
can't hear. You don't talk to yourself. You've never said anything like that.
If somebody said to me we were off the air, I wouldn't say you're a witch.
Well, you know what it is? I just found the cart. It's like I'm just frustrated. I'm just angry to get the thing back in the machine.
So you take it out on me?
Yes.
He probably was embarrassed in front of you because
I wasn't even
embarrassed
I was
at all.
sitting here minding my, and I just hear.
But if you were minding your own business, you keep your mouth shut.
No. Sometimes you don't hear it because you sometimes up.
How could she mind her own business?
And I wasn't looking at you. I just hit the button and said we're off the air.
If we go off the air, Fred, everyone should come in and tell you.
It was 2 seconds. I just found the cart. I was
But
just.
Fred, how does she know it's going to be 2 seconds? She doesn't know if you know we're off the air.
Sometimes
Let me worry about it. Do I?
What if we're off the air for an hour? Should I tell you?
Howard, I'm sitting right there. Don't worry about it.
He's amazing. He's
will
our
never.
Fred.
You're insane, Fred.
Now you see, you guys are just trying to make. Look, get to your news,
Jackie.
I mean, I know you're just
Jackie.
yakking
You have
anyways.
no idea how great this is when you're not involved.
No, but is it really great? I mean, is Fred insane or what? You mean she can't say, I can't say, you can't say?
But she always twists the knife, so she can say what she wants to say.
I can say what I want to say.
It's
Screw you all.
It's just the source. It's just like she always.
You know what? You're insane too, Jackie.
You asked the
With the
question.
knife.
The answer.
He's such an ass.
No, she always throws
All right.
shots, so that when she does something constructive like that, he's so used to not being constructive.
All right, okay. Anyway, let's go to the news. These guys don't get it.
That sounds.
Everybody here has lost their minds.
I hate you.
All right, go ahead. Mostly you. All right, I just want the news. I want the news. I got to go now write movies.
Steve Forbes has dropped out of the race.
That's hardly important next to what just went on.
It's pretty dull now. Isn't it?
Yeah, come up with something else. It's time for you to think quick.
I was going another way, but Fred ate up so much time. I said I can't do the stupid cat story now.
Robin, I apologize.
Oh. Didn't realize I had tape. Fred tricked me with that. You and Fred going at it.
Fred, why can't you write a song like this and we could all be rich?
I wish I could. It's great.
When are you
What
gonna?
have you written?
When are you gonna bring in your music?
One of these days I will.
One of these days. That's like one of these days is going to let us see what's
Fred,
in his bag.
would you bring in one of your songs tomorrow?
Not tomorrow.
Oh, come on. Fred,
I'd say within the next
Fred,
couple of weeks.
it would really help me out if you did it tomorrow because I don't have much on the agenda for tomorrow.
Yeah, Fred, do something for us.
Come on. Please.
You're the best part of the show.
Please, one of your songs.
I can't do it tomorrow.
Please make it happen. I'm begging you to help me. I never ask you for bits.
I know.
Tomorrow.
I can't do it.
Please.
No.
Then go home and
You
write
don't have
something.
anything on cassette right
He
now.
does. He does. Please, Fred.
No, I won't bring it in tomorrow, but I will bring it in soon.
I'm asking you for help on the show to make the show more successful. And I'm missing this song. Just say yes.
No.
You know what? I'll just expect it tomorrow.
Expect it, but you won't see it.
Why is it that I have to rush and do stuff for the
Yeah,
show to
you
make sure
get
I'm
it done.
prepared, but Fred can't for the show?
And he's been working on this music for how many years?
Fred, why can't you help me out?
It's a work in progress. No, I just don't feel like bringing it in.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Help me out, man. Oh, you mean that's not in your job description?
No, it's not that at all.
Just think of it as a bit, and I need it for tomorrow.
To you, it's a bit. To me, it's not.
Come on, please help me.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right to do everything you do to me.
Yeah, no.
You can't contribute a song.
Fred,
What?
please bring in a song tomorrow for the bit. For a bit.
I don't have anything.
Whatever you got, I don't care what
I
it is.
don't have anything.
Doesn't matter.
You burn all the back
Yes.
stock.
As a matter of fact, that's what happened.
Why are you doing this?
I'm not doing
Could you do me a
anything.
favor, take one of the songs that you've written, record it tonight, and bring it in?
I can't do that.
Why?
No, I can't.
Why?
I'm not ready to do that.
Why?
I'm not.
Tell me why.
Because I don't want to.
But I need it for tomorrow.
I just don't feel comfortable in bringing it in yet. When I'm ready, I'll bring it in.
But Fred, that's not my attitude. That's how come we win. Why I mean, how many times have I asked you to bring in something in the history of this show? Never. I'm asking you one time
You've
to
asked
just
me to bring stuff in, and I've always usually delivered.
Like what?
Like what?
When you've asked for a bid or something like that, I've brought it in. When you tell me to prepare something.
So can you prepare this for I mean, I don't ask you a lot.
This I will not do.
Why? Why is this
Because
different?
It's different. It's personal to me.
It's personal.
Yes.
Do you think that the tape of my father yelling at me is personal? My father
That's
calling me up
your
at night?
choice. That's your choice.
Yeah, but I do make certain. I'm not asking you to divulge when's the last time you had
and that
anal
wasn't
sex.
exactly. And that wasn't exactly a creative thing.
No, but you think my father enjoyed it?
I have no idea. That's between,
ask him
that's
sometime.
between you and your father.
Okay. I'm asking you as a favor to the guy who brought you out of Hartford. This is what I want.
And I'm telling you that I'm willing to comply.
Nobody
I just need
else
some time.
There's anything personal on this show.
No one. No, Fred's the only one. It's too personal.
That's
What are you talking about?
I'm not asking you to...
My whole life has been on this show.
Like what?
What has been on this show? I mean, come
We've
on.
never even seen your apartment. What are you talking about?
I mean, what do you mean your whole life?
Show.
My God.
Jackie, have you ever seen his apartment?
No.
No. Jackie's your little buddy.
He's the skipper now.
Skipper.
I was going to say, he's little buddy.
Your little buddy. Do me a favor, bring in something tomorrow if you can. If you can, try to do it.
If you love us.
Make your best effort.
I'm telling you, I will bring
asking you to
something in when it's ready.
Do me a favor, make your best effort
If
to
you
make it
care
ready by
about the
tomorrow.
show.
In fact,
I do care about the
leave
show.
after today, after we're done riding, and go home and do this. I haven't asked you.
I know you've got this, in your mind.
I don't ask you to work on weekends. I don't ask you to do anything.
No, you don't. But as a matter of fact, I did work this weekend.
You tell everyone what you were doing.
Well, I made a music bed and I wrote a parody for the thing, which we never did.
Okay.
What thing?
For yesterday's show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you at least have some lyrics from one of your songs?
I'd have to look around for them.
Do you think you could look around for them tonight so you could bring them in?
I could, but I won't.
Oh, I don't understand this.
You're trying to wear me down and making me do something I don't want to do, and I'm telling you no. I'm being honest.
But, we all contribute to the show.
Yes.
And you are a songwriter, and why would you be embarrassed to bring in some of your lyrics?
I'm not embarrassed. I just don't want to bring it in.
Sounds like you're embarrassed.
May sound that way to you.
Is he not embarrassed, Robin?
Absolutely. We even told John his last song was good.
Yeah, I know your stuff's better than that.
I would bet Fred has some pretty good songs.
Yeah, but he's being a big baby.
But he's a perfectionist, and he probably doesn't think
So let
they're
me
as
see
good
some
as
lyrics.
they can be.
Fred, bring in something tomorrow. Stop being a baby.
Don't you think it's only fair,
I think I'm
though?
being really fair about this.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
I am being fair. I'm saying I'm willing to do it. I'm just be more comfortable when I have it in a way that I
no
can present
offense,
it,
but I do a
that it's
show.
gonna put it in its best light.
I'm sure that I know
Would
my father is sitting at home going, that Fred, what a son of a bitch. This guy, he's day in and day out. You ask him to maybe rush together a song a little bit, record it tonight.
More equipment in that house.
Yeah,
than
but he can't do it.
I have, and I
asked you a favor. I asked you a favor.
I gave you a song parody bed. I wrote you a song.
No, not.
parody.
I want to hear one of your songs.
So what you're missing, Howard, not counting the
No,
pop
Jackie,
songs,
excuse me.
songs
Excuse
are
me.
very personal.
I understand they're personal, but he said I could hear him. I'm asking him to rush it a little bit and let me hear it.
And I'm telling you that I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
Because I can't. I just can't do it like that.
Why do I keep you around?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
He's so agreeable.
You can't ever just do me a favor.
I think I am being agreeable, Ralph.
You're a great guy.
I'm saying no, it's very agreeable.
Yeah.
I think I am being agreeable.
All right, thank you, Fred. Thanks for the help again.
The guilt's not going to work.
No, I don't want any. It's fine. Thank you for your help.
Work. Try it with
Keep
somebody
playing
else.
those sound effects.
Try it with somebody else.
All right.
It's not going to work.
Good. I just asked the guy for some help. I said, hey, tomorrow's a little light. Can you bring one of your songs?
Personal.
It's a little people would tune in for that. Let's hear it.
I'm sure they would.
It's a little personal.
And they'll tune in again.
We hope.
If I had gone to Tom Chiusano and I said, Tom, we need by Monday to do the broadcast where we run around the streets of New York because it's in my mind and it's hot. Tom even got that together for me. It was impossible, and he did it.
Save your breath. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry.
So I say to Fred, a guy I've worked with for 16 years already, took him out of that stupid Hartford where he was on Wacky 106.
And this isn't the first time you've made this request. He really could have been putting this together
I know.
already.
I say, hey, excuse me, tomorrow I would like to do it on the show. Can't do it. I can't do it. It's personal. Personal. It's personal music.
A little personal.
Personal.
You're not a musician. You wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Oh, well, we don't know anything about personal.
No. Nothing personal going on here. And I contribute to all my personal life to this show because I want the show to succeed. You should have a little vested interest in the show and want it to succeed.
None of us have ever opened ourselves up and bled on the air here.
Right. No, nobody's ever made themselves bleed on the air or rush something through because they had to get it on the air. Nobody's done that.
I have done it I've done it in this show. I've done it too. So, you know, all of a sudden you're picking on one thing and you're blowing it way
Thank you.
I don't think so, Fred.
I think so, Robin.
I don't think so either.
Oh, I think so.
And Jackie's too much of a pussy to tell you he don't think so.
I'm mad at this.
Right. All right, here's the rest of the U2 song.
I want to hear it.
Who cares what any of you want? Fred, keep collecting a nice paycheck.
I am.
Do it and do whatever you got to do. Do it all on your own schedule.
Well, I worked a weekend last weekend.
But you want to know something? On Friday, I said to him, hey, can you put together the 18 thing? He says to me, no, we should do it.
I did it, though, didn't I?
You did it. You did it, but why didn't you call me and tell me you were doing it so I could have planned for it on Monday?
What are you talking about?
You told me on Monday morning. Tell me on the weekend that you're working on it.
I'm supposed to rush like that, and I have it together for you. I have the lyrics together.
But you told me you weren't going to do it.
I did it.
But you told him you weren't.
You weren't.
I changed my mind.
Why didn't you call and tell me?
Does it matter? It was there. You knew we were going to sing a song.
How did we know?
You knew it.
You told me on guitar we were going to sing a song, and we were just going to sing.
So what's the difference between that and a bed? You mean you can't sing to a single guitar?
Because maybe if I had been a little...
to a bed?
I was not excited about singing to a single guitar. That's why I kind of scratched it out of my repertoire. If you had called me and told me you were working on it, I would have planned for it.
Did you call me to tell me that you'd scratched it from your repertoire? No, you didn't.
I put it on my low priority list.
Okay, well then didn't it become a new priority?
But why would I have to call you and tell you that? Because you told me you weren't doing it.
But I did it, so
why would I call and tell you?
Why should I call and tell you?
Because I'm your boss.
I didn't know.
And I'm the guy who's going to have to sing it. And I'm planning a show. That's what I do.
Come on.
Come on. I don't get you.
I don't get you.
You told me you weren't doing it, then you did it.
You want to know something? I really thought you'd be excited by that.
I would have been excited had you told me.
I thought you'd be excited. Oh, you have to be plan. You have to plan to be excited.
You told me you couldn't do it.
Listen to you.
I accepted that at face value.
But I did.
I don't need surprises.
Oh, so you were gonna? What was this?
So you got motivated.
So
you were screwing around with your equipment, and you did it.
Yeah, I did.
So you were having fun, basically. That's not work.
Fun or
yeah, you were having fun.
What's the difference?
Call me and tell me you're doing it. You can't pick up a phone though ever and call me and tell me you're doing something.
Don't throw this back at me.
All right, thank you.
Working.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Go ahead. Bring in your music.
Nothing works with him.
Bring in your music in 1993.
I will.
Nothing you say works with him.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's amazing.
It's funny. It's just funny. Is everyone having a good laugh? This is who I work with. This is a guy I trusted and I.
You know what I can't understand?
I don't know why you're bothering talking. Your microphone's off.
Yeah, I know.
Why talk if your mic's off?
I do a good job with something, and you're berating me for doing a good job.
You did a great job. It made it to the air.
Yeah.
Good work.
Thanks for planning it. Thanks for singing it.
Oh, my goodness.
Thanks for telling me you weren't doing it.
Well, thanks for telling me that now all of a sudden I have to...
I asked him to make a song bed for 18. He goes, I don't think I can do that.
I have to plan in advance.
He says, I can't do it.
I get excited.
To me, I want to hear, hey, I can do it.
Right.
Howard, you never asked me to do anything.
Well, what do you think? You think he thinks it's good? You told him it was impossible to do.
Yeah. Great. Tell somebody you're doing something.
I think I was going to get it done.
Call Jackie. Let him know. Maybe he could have prepared some lyrics. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right.
He was supposed to be prepared. I got it.
Oh, you got to admit you're wrong on this one. Just admit it.
You guys
all right, thank you.
Phony phone calls all day Friday.
Yeah, like you weren't having fun. Hey, we were trying to blow off some steam.
Yeah. It's not done yet, Robin.
It's still going on.
Will anybody be able to understand this question?
No. Yes, they will.
All right. All right. Everyone calm down.
All right.
Everyone will be able to understand it.
Okay.
So when you guys finally drive me over the edge and I'm in a loony bin somewhere,
we'll be able to find the cards.
We'll be able to find them.
Good. Something wrong with you.
Oh, not you.
Nope, not me.
You're perfectly.
Yeah, okay. Ask the audience. I'm telling you, man, you sound wacky. Here.
I sound wacky.
I'll show you how wacky.
You tell them that I sound wacky.
I'll show you how wacky you sound.
I probably am sounding wacky, and what can I say?
Hey, is Fred wacky or what? Does he have the best job in the country?
speechless.
Doesn't Fred have the best job in the country? He sits there every day with us, hangs out. I ask him to do one thing. He's crowing over there. Like a bird. Hello?
What crowing?
Hello, Howard.
Yeah.
Howard, did you see Larry King last night?
Could care less.
Yeah, are you listening to this program? Can we ask you that?
Hello?
Hello.
Do you believe this? Do you believe this?
Do I believe it?
Yeah.
The way he's reacting?
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what his problem is, because I'm a musician myself, and I don't think he's confident with his music. He wants to come in
Who
there...
cares? He works with me, and he knows
And
what
he's
this
not
show's
a
about.
musician. He makes his living doing this show.
Nobody's sitting and evaluating him as a musician. If he was a musician, he'd be on a record label.
Yeah, but that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, but
I mean...
yeah, but the point is, Fred is not a musician. It's not like he's being evaluated on a musician level.
What happens if we don't like his song? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to happen in his life? It's not such a big deal. I need it as a bit tomorrow. It would be exciting and fun to do. The guy should say to himself, I'm in radio. I got to make bits happen. I can be used here. Let me get something together quick. Yeah, used. That's right, used, Fred. That's what you get paid for, to be used.
I'm used as a writer on this show.
Freddie, you're part of this show.
Yes, I am.
You're used as Freddie. Whatever that is.
I'm also writer. But
Get a song together.
Hey, if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it.
Don't do anything, Fred. Don't strain yourself, pal. You're a real go-getter.
Well, you got a real attitude here.
I sure do when it comes to this show. Something you ought to
This
develop.
is one time I have to say Jackie's more loyal to the show than you.
That's right.
What?
He'd bring in a song.
Howard.
Well, that's his business.
What?
Ask him if he feels that...
Sir, you're a musician.
He doesn't want his music considered to be a bit. I mean,
We don't care what he wants his music to be considered.
Right.
We have
See,
to
that's
fill
the
up
thing.
4.5 hours a day.
That's not valid because if he didn't
We
want to
have to fill up 4 hours a day. I don't think, if I ask the guy to pull down his pants, I could understand him saying, hey, I don't want to go that far for the show. As far as playing a song, I don't know, man. I don't think that's too much to ask of a guy. He's being such a dick. You know how I work. If I get sidetracked by something, I got to do it.
I'm being a dick.
You are.
I am.
You're being a dick. Admit it.
I'm being a dick.
Thanks. And thanks for being a dick. I think I deserve that. I've been pretty bad to you.
This has nothing to do with that, and you know it, so don't twist it.
Nah, I'm a pretty bad guy. Made your life miserable. You're on the air. Nah, forget it. You'd still be at NBC. That would have been a good move for you. I don't know, Howard. Should I stay at NBC or should I
But
come
I'm
with
here.
you? Yeah, damn right you're here.
Yeah, but look at how long it took him to make that decision.
You're not
It
kidding.
didn't take long at all, Robin.
You'd be teamed up with Al Rosenberg. Call Al. Ask him what he's doing now.
Well, I don't know.
He's sitting at home calling me.
I can't say anything bad about them. I'm working for them.
Right. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Hey, Fred, come on over. We're going to be working on some stuff. Well, I am working for the station now. Oh, right.
I don't know how.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's put 20 years behind us. You're on the air. You believe this guy? Forget it. What do I care? You believe this guy? Huh?
Hello?
You believe this?
I can't believe it.
Damn right you can.
I'll tell you, Fred, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, who are we? We're his worst enemies.
I know, right? It's
Well,
really
sometimes you
strange.
act like it.
Your show was really great yesterday. It was really fabulous.
Oh, it's that guy.
Oh, man. Fred's friend.
He is my friend.
That's right. You treat him better than you treat me.
Oh, here we go.
I'm dead serious.
Where did you learn this?
When did I learn it, Fred?
Where did you learn this?
I learned this from hanging around with you.
No, you didn't.
Yep.
No, you didn't.
The disappointment that I go through every once in a while with you is astronomical. It just comes pouring out of me. Just keep contributing in the way you do it.
Listen to this. Turn that off.
Why don't you write a song tonight about not wanting to write a song tonight? All right. We'll be back.
The funniest thing you ever said is, Fred is so crazy about me. He loves me. He would do anything for me except let me in his apartment.
Hey, Fred, in a couple of days when you forget about all this, I'm going to go through your bag when you're in the bathroom.
You want to know something, Howard? Please don't do that.
Well, I'm going to. I
We
can't
have
help
to know
myself.
what
I'm
flipping
sorry.
looks
There would be a major problem if you did.
Really?
What's the major
there would.
problem?
Well, you going to quit?
Would I quit?
Yeah.
No.
No, I wouldn't quit.
So then there's no problem.
Yes, there is.
What's the problem? So what, you're going to lecture me a little bit?
What,
so I
you're
can
gonna
take
stop
that.
playing
What you
sound
wanna-
effects?
Yeah. You
No.
can still do your job
No.
professionally.
I would ask you not to do that, and I would expect that you would respect that.
Forget it.
Well, then you want to know something? Then, you know, we'd have a problem.
Well, we're going to have a problem. I'm going through that bag.
Well, how
Then
will
we'll
the
have a
problem
problem.
manifest itself?
Yeah, how will it manifest?
Well, then that's your decision, Howard. Not mine.
Come on. Well, what would you do, Fred?
Would you continue not to do much?
I think I do an awful lot.
All right, take it easy. Calm down.
Fred, Jackie and I won't have nothing to do with it.
What, are you going to start smoking again?
No, maybe you'll start eating again, Robin.
Oh, boy.
Come on, Fred.
Come on, Rob.
I want to see what flipping is.
You know what? There's nothing in that bag.
Doesn't matter. It's not the point.
Here we go.
It's not the point, Howard, and you know it.
Let me see
What
what's
is
in
the
there.
point?
Why, what's the big deal? Just pull out 3 things from the
Mark
bag.
Twain approach.
He's got a big, giant, like, Felix the Cat bag.
Yes.
It's like a canvas Felix the Cat bag.
Radio.
Right.
Radio! Hey, Fred, we need a bit. Radio! Let me just reach into my magic bag of bits. And he's got bits in there, too, that he's working on, but he never shown to me.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I imagine it's in there.
Okay, well, your imagination's working over.
The one time I did get into your bag, I did find bits, and you know it.
Okay, fine.
Comedy bits.
Yeah.
They're in there. I know they're in there, and that's my property.
It's good
No,
stuff.
it's not, pal.
Well, you had this argument with him before that was your stuff.
It is. I paid for that.
No, it's not.
I always have to say,
He's holding out on me.
You are a sick man.
He doesn't, you know, I think he's not doing his job.
It's not yours till it comes out of the bag.
I see.
It has to be out of the bag.
Not yours till it comes out of the bag.
I always think like if anything ever happened to Fred, we'd be like these masterpiece unfinished bits that we could produce.
Yeah, the unfinished. No,
Yeah, another
The unfinished
bit.
Norris.
Yeah.
Well, you'll just have to wait for me to die then, guys.
Unfinished symphony.
Hopefully I'll come down with a
When
rare
Fred drops
disease,
dead,
and
you know
I'll
what we'll do,
drop dead
guys?
next week,
As
and
a
you can do
tribute,
whatever you want.
as a tribute team, we'll go through his bag
And do all of his
and
bits?
we'll record all of his
You want
bits.
something, I'd be thrilled.
Like unfinished symphony.
Years after he died, he'd still be coming out with things.
He's got bits, man. You know, when you ask Fred to go, Fred, for those of you who don't know, is a guy who works with us.
But that's it.
Yeah, he just works with us, and that's it.
Talk away.
But he's a strange guy, and quite frankly, I don't really blame him for his awkward social behavior because he grew up as a hillbilly.
But Howard, just come on.
Yeah.
People are
Let's trot
responsible
this
for
old
themselves
nag
at
out
this
again.
point.
What?
People are responsible for themselves at this point.
And I am, and I was, and that's it.
Yeah, so Fred was raised in a hillbilly environment.
But he
Okay,
knows
there we
better
go.
now. I mean, he's
Yes,
been
I
through
do.
this enough.
Yeah, like he was raised in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Kentucky.
He's an Appalachian boy.
Appalachia, wherever the Blue Ridge Mountains are they in Kentucky?
Virginia,
Kentucky, who knows? So anyway, Fred would know. He's of hillbilly.
Tennessee.
All right,
Tennessee, thank you.
He
Told
knows
you.
where they are 'cause
Yeah.
he's from there.
Well, yeah, he goes there. No, Fred was raised in Hartford, Connecticut, but outside of Hartford in like a little country milking town or something, where his parents
Milking
milked.
town.
Yeah, they milked. You know, they did milk and chores and stuff, and they had no electricity.
Indoor plumbing?
Yeah. Did you have indoor plumbing?
I think it had just come in when I was born.
Yeah. I mean, he's not kidding, though. He's saying it like he's kidding, but he's not. And Fred's mom is from a whole other country and stuff. What country again?
Latvia.
Latvia.
They had nothing there. They didn't even have buildings.
A very sweet woman. I mean, I'm not saying hillbillies are bad. I'm just saying that, she's from a whole other world.
The Latvian hillbilly.
Yeah.
She's not even a hillbilly.
The Latvian Hillbillies, starring Mrs. Norris.
Ignore the facts. Oh.
Ding 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 ding. Und Fred, get in the room. Ding 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 ding. So that's why Fred, we always kid Fred from being from Mars and stuff because he acts like a Martian. But he acts like a Martian because he was raised on Mars.
There you go.
He was
I don't
raised
act
by
any
wolves.
weirder than anyone else on this show.
And although, okay, sure, keep dreaming.
Yeah,
and
keep dreaming is right.
yeah, it's weird.
You're the one with a rag on your head.
That's right. That's to hold my brains in from dripping out from listening to the likes of you.
That happens to be very
Hey, real witty,
fashionable.
buddy.
Yeah, I'm like MTV, boy.
I was reading about kerchiefs last night.
Yeah, MTV, that's the latest look.
My grandmother used to wear one of those when she was dragging trees in the fields.
Yeah.
That's real hip.
When she was killing the Jews in Latvia.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, good.
You got pictures, right?
Okay, hey,
We're doing
whatever.
That's no tree, that's a Jew.
That's a Jew. She's dragging a Jew. Hey, I thought Grandma was dragging a tree. And Fred will like this Jew.
Right.
I just uprooted
Yeah,
another
that's
Jew.
what she did. You were there. Student of history.
So anyway.
Let's go back out in the rain.
No.
So anyway, hey, Jackie, don't act so innocent over there. Jackie's the one telling me all this.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Well, where do you think he found out?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Jackie, you are an a-hole. You know that? You're a real a-hole.
I'll tell you what. You want to know what I'm guilty of?
No, I just want to keep talking.
No, well, I'm going to say something.
You can talk to Fred off the air.
Mr. Guy.
Yeah, let's get you back.
When you called and said you weren't coming, you said you had the car trouble. Being the joke man, I went to Gary.
Being the a-hole.
When Gary got there, I said, Fred's not coming, he had car trouble, and I couldn't resist. I said, his car trouble was he didn't want to get in it. And that's all I did was make
because that's the joke.
And
You're
it's built. I'm not a
You're a creep.
That's all.
So anyway,
this is what you start.
Yeah. So anyway,
Mr. Joke Man, right?
Fred doesn't. You can even see the way like Fred argues, like inappropriately.
Yeah.
That's his.
Oh, and you're appropriate.
And that's Fred, the hillbilly. And that's nothing wrong with it. Hey, I got nothing against hillbillies. I'm the one who plucked Fred out of hillbilly country and took him with me.
So what's your excuse?
I like you. I'm not saying I don't like you.
What's your excuse with your argumentative nature?
Yeah, but don't you hear yourself? You sound like a mental patient.
And you don't?
Okay, so I do too. Okay.
You notice Papa Fooey doesn't come flying in here for this?
No, because Papa Fooey's the one who started it all.
Oh, he's the one who started it all.
Please don't tell Fred.
I don't want him to know where this came from.
I don't want Fred to know anything I say. Everyone's afraid of you because you act like a nut.
Gary tells you 20 things and it didn't come from me.
That's right. That's what he always says. It didn't come from me.
Didn't come from me, Mole.
But you see, he's a wise ass because he wants to start something.
Right. With me, you're not.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I'm not even done.
With you, you're Mr. Relentless.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's like
most
that thing
normal
that Dad
people.
was.
Thank you.
Oh, most normal people.
Oh, boy.
Most normal people.
Keep it on, because I'm still going to talk with you.
Why are you so uptight?
Why am I so uptight?
Yeah.
Why are you so relentless?
Who's being relentless? I'm
He
just
hasn't even
reporting.
told the story once.
No,
I haven't said a word.
He hasn't gotten started yet.
Well, but you don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know where he's going to
It could be in your favor.
I've been
Let's
in a
see.
cave for the past 10
You're
years.
being a moron, man. Relax. This is what I'm talking about. Inappropriate behavior. Even my family says, boy, when Fred gets on the air, he's
Sell that to
inappropriate.
somebody else.
Okay. Sounds stupid.
Okay, good. So what's that to you?
I'm just looking at Jackie looking at the floor.
This is funny. I can't stop laughing.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting some enjoyment out of it.
Well, I want to know what happened to the car.
Yeah, what happened to your car, Fred?
It's in the shop.
What's wrong with it?
He broke it.
Fire trouble. It heard your voice and the engine melted, Robin.
Now, Fred, what happened to your car?
I thought it was the alternator. It turned out to be a short in the battery.
A short in the battery? So how long has it been in the shop?
It just got done yesterday.
So how many days did you have to leave it there?
When did you discover it?
Yeah.
I discovered it on Saturday, tried to fix it, and on Sunday it just wasn't any better.
Oh, he tried to fix it.
Yeah.
Well, I tried.
Well, he's a hillbilly. He thinks he knows stuff about cars.
What do I know?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a dead battery is what it was.
All right. So anyway, brand new car, no less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
all right. Okay, take it easy.
can I say?
Take it easy. Nobody put you down for the new car.
You were?
So anyway,
You were?
so Fred,
Very shocked at you, Larry,
why?
that you didn't save this at the 8 o'clock hour.
In fact, I've been sitting on this one for 4 days.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just could never get to it.
On Monday?
Slow morning.
Yeah, I couldn't get to it.
I
Slow
said this
morning.
blew past, as a matter of fact.
Slow morning.
Slow morning.
No, I got plenty to talk about.
No, you must not.
Oh yeah, no. I got a lot of interesting stuff to talk
Well,
about.
let's trot it out then.
All right.
Let's trot it out.
All right. Anyway, so Fred comes from the backwoods.
Right, with Jew killers.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I said Grandma was dragging
Grandma
a Jew.
kills Jews.
We didn't say how the Jew
Oh,
died.
excuse me.
She was just dragging it out of her house.
We're not in a court of law.
She was trying to save the Jew.
You didn't say
Yeah, she was trying to save the Jew from like what?
From being
being
hurt.
what?
From being hurt. She thought it was still alive.
She was saving it from her husband.
She thought it was still alive. You
Right.
reduced a Jew to an inanimate
That's right.
object.
That's right.
There you go.
Okay.
Actually, the
I just
Jew
wanted to make
needed-
sure that you were saying.
All right.
The Jew needed some fresh air, Fred.
That's right.
So she was dragging it
There
out.
you go.
Okay.
Are we talking about a Weimaraner or a Jew, Robin?
All right. Anyway, so anyway, every time you invite Fred somewhere, you're never really sure if Fred's going to show up.
Yes.
Because like you'll say, "Hey, Fred," Jackie, how long before Fred even committed to actually saying he'd go? Like, isn't it sort of like, "Hey, Fred, I'm having a party. We'll see if we can make it." He always has like
I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. He's always got to check his schedule.
He said he was coming. He did give a qualified answer, but he said...
What was the qualified
he
answer?
said he would they would do their best to make it.
Do their best to make it. So you never know.
Right.
Like Fred will never tell you he's coming or he's not coming.
There's always some unforeseen circumstance.
Look, you know, you invite someone to your house, you go, hey, you want to come to my house? Now, like Jackie asked me, and I said, well, I've got plans on Sunday, and I can't make it. But Fred will always go, we'll see if we can make it. So you never know if Fred's going to show up anywhere.
Well, I did have plans on Saturday, but I also had car trouble, so that was the whole reason.
So you were right. We'll see if we can make it. If you could have made it. But he'll never say to you,
I couldn't make it.
Yeah, but you didn't know you were going to have car trouble.
If I didn't have car trouble, I would have been there.
Yeah, but and when you give an answer to Jackie about whether or not you're going to his house, you don't say, we'll see if we can make it.
Well, I had other circumstances, which I won't go into.
But you got to tell Jackie. You got to say, Jackie.
No, I was very clear with Jackie, and I was also very clear with Nancy.
Was he very clear?
He was very clearly ambiguous.
Yeah, right.
No. He was honest. He said he would see if he could make it.
Yeah,
he says that all the time.
He always has circumstances.
I had a different reason, and I won't go into.
But he always. I see.
I won't.
It's not like a caterer had to set for two less. You know, I mean.
No, but it's just that's always his answer. We'll see if we can make it. Even if he's not with anybody, he'll see if we can make it. That's his answer. But I correct this stuff in him, and he gets better with it. So as painful as this is, Fred, you got to just take the cues from me.
This is a case where you are totally wrong and inappropriate.
But you do this all the time. You say, we'll see if we can make it. This isn't the only time.
Want to know something? Maybe in the past there have been circumstances like that. That is not the case in this case.
Well, maybe not the case in this case, but you always say, we'll see if we can make it. You're supposed to either give a definite yes or no, or say to the person, I've got something going on.
So when are you the person that appoints yourself the person who is in charge of my life?
Because you need someone to teach you how to behave.
But who asked you?
I am the person.
Oh, so
I've been the person since 1976 to take care of you.
So you're basically going to barge in.
I have to take care of you. Who's going to take care of you?
You don't have enough with a book.
Who got you your banking account? Who set you up with a checking account?
I set myself up.
Who found you your first apartment?
Who found me?
Who fed you when there was a storm?
Allison Stern found me my first
apartment. All right. All of a sudden now it's like, who needs you? Well, you don't have to tell me.
That's
Big
not
shot.
true.
It's got the princess over there.
That's not true. You're just trying to railroad me on a.
Who yanked the money out of your mattress? Who called you when NBC we had you behind those sheets in your apartment?
There you go.
Who got you engaged? Who found you your girlfriend?
There you go.
All right, so.
The girl who you didn't want me to pick.
Yeah, okay. But I got her for you, meanwhile.
There you go. There you go.
Since when do I barge in on his life? I'm your father. You remember that.
Okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Can I have the car Saturday?
Yes.
Mine's broken.
Yeah, why didn't you call Daddy for the car?
Yeah, why don't you call your dad for the car?
I should have. You're not using the vet anyways.
That's right. That's your car.
I could be like Angie and
drive
around.
So anyway.
Speaking of which, I begged everybody to RSVP. And Fat Ganji never called, and then he showed up, and he's like 3 people eating.
Right. Well, anyway, the point is that when you invite Fred to your house, you never know what Fred, and most times Fred is, you were telling me, Jackie, don't be so afraid of him. Tell me back what you said back in the office. There's a couple of times already he's done this, hasn't he? He did it a couple of times to most people. Me, I always corner him. I always go, hey, Fred, are you coming or not?
Not to shift any blame, which is far from
right. Go ahead. Yes.
Modus operandi, but it was fa-fa-fu-fu.
Fa-fa-fu-he?
Yeah. He was quoting past performances such as the Pig Vomit Wedding.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was another one.
Well,
I guess Fred had a situation then.
You know what it was? I had a wedding the night before, and I didn't get until like 5 or 6 that day.
There were 2 empty seats at our table, and there was literally money on the seats.
I had no idea that the other wedding was
$20 bills.
There were $20 bills where the Fred would show up?
But I sent a gift.
Yeah, but if you tell someone you're coming...
Well, I had no intention of missing that. I was at a wedding until 6 o'clock that morning. I did not know that wedding was going to go that long.
Did not know that.
There was 2 weddings that weekend.
You got some social calendar.
What can I say?
He's so busy.
He's so in demand. All right, very good. We straightened that all out.
Well, I'm so glad. I feel much better now.
No, but Gary could give you a whole list of 4 things in a row that Fred hasn't shown up for.
Because
Gary has such a full life.
No, Gary has your history. I keep him he's in charge of you.
Well, I'm so glad that we have
put down that commercial sign. It's not time for commercials yet.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
If you want to continue this, let's continue it afterwards.
Hey, Gary, come in here. He'll tell you what you've missed.
Oh, I'm so glad that he's here.
Because Gary has all the, Gary would have these things and stuff.
Yeah,
and he'd
because
say
Gary
to
has all this
Fred,
useless information.
You know, in my book coming out,
Why don't you put a cigarette in my mouth and blindfold me?
no, really, you can help me out with this. Aside from the pig vomit wedding, aside from Fred going to Jackie's and giving those cryptic answers, because it is funny. I mean, Fred's behavior is the talk of the office.
Well, I'm so glad. You don't make me self-conscious at all,
Just
Howard.
give me another example of Fred saying he'd be somewhere and then just doesn't show up.
Go ahead, guy.
Go ahead. Come on.
Hey, I'm in the pit
You're
anyway.
in the pit anyway, so you might as well. Go ahead.
Come on, Pudgeball, let's say it.
Go ahead.
You're nice. You might as well dance.
You might as well have fun.
Lick your teeth, eat some chocolate.
And Jackie, you're a big pussy. You're afraid to say anything. Leave him alone.
I was at least afraid to say anything even in...
All right. Who even knows what you're talking about? Go ahead.
Exactly what
What'd you say, Gary?
I think there was a birthday party.
Right.
One of my birthday parties.
Where you just would say, well, we'll see if we can make it.
It was vague.
Yeah,
It was
we'll
a
see
vague
if we
answer.
can make it.
And
that's his answer. We'll see if we can make. He always gives a vague answer, and then he keeps himself open. So I said, there's always this betting that goes on afterward. Did Fred A. never intend to go?
Uh-huh.
Does Fred intend to go, but really just kind of keeps his options open?
Like an SAT question.
Yeah, it's an SAT question, and no one will ever really know the truth.
Fred, I would like to point out I never took part in that bet.
Like that's going to make a difference.
No, he just knew better.
No, but you know what I mean, Robin? Does Fred say, well, is he afraid to tell somebody no to something?
We've always had these conversations about why you get the vague answer.
Right.
And there's all kinds of theories, like either, he's not in charge of his social schedule.
Right.
No.
And he has to go and ask if they have plans.
Yeah, but he was like this even before he met Princess.
Yes, but now that he's got the princess, we added theories to the theory.
Because what he used to do, if you invited him somewhere for the weekend, he would be going to his mom's, but I figured he was embarrassed to tell you that he's going to his mom's house. And then he didn't know if he'd make it back from his mom's house, depending on what his mom was cooking, because she'd pack him up with food and stuff.
Right.
And we always had this, question as to why he had to go all the way to Connecticut every weekend.
Right. Do you intend to go to these things, or do you just never really intend, but you don't want to say no to people?
No, I have intentions of going.
Right. Oh, so you really have good intentions?
Sometimes, usually, things come up that I have to take care of or whatever.
I mean, so let's say you're invited to Gary's birthday party on a Sunday, and you say, well, we'll see if we can make it, which is not an appropriate answer to someone who's invited you to something. It's either yes or no, or I have extenuating circumstances.
Well, usually, I'd say recently, if anybody's asked me anything, I'll usually tell them that something else is going on at that time.
Yeah. And there's something else going on is usually mowing his parents' lawn in Connecticut.
No, not true.
Or rooting a tree.
Not true. I think there's usually something else going on.
Right. So it's trauma.
What can I
But
say?
whenever, now he's gotten even more vague.
Yeah.
Because if you ask him, the bunch of us are going to see a concert or something.
Right.
And Fred will just shake his head. He won't even say anything.
No, yeah.
We'll say, yeah, Fred, we're all going to go to see a play.
He's a scholar. He studies it. Now, come on. This is your bizarre hillbilly behavior. I'm just pointing it out.
Okay.
So that you improve.
That's your opinion, and you want to know something.
So, hey, Gary, seriously, anybody who grew up on Long Island, would they act like that? I mean, you have a certain.
Well, I don't know about it, where you're from, but I want to know something. I think this is exactly what it's all about.
You think so?
You definitely.
You're a hillbilly.
You
go ahead.
No, I don't know. I don't know because most of the people from here, with the exception of Robin. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. No.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to say that I don't know if it has anything to do with where you're from.
Right.
But, Robin is sort of right. There's lots of times where we'll get, free tickets to concerts and stuff. And Fred usually...
no.
Now he says no.
Right.
He used to be vague.
All right, so you're getting better.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I got to say that most of it is that we're just bummed out that...
yeah, we miss you, Fred.
Yeah,
we miss
true.
you.
Fred used to come to a lot more stuff. I used to see him a lot more.
I think this is what it's all about.
That's all. We miss you. You're a great guy.
I really do. I mean, I would have loved if Fred was out there on Sunday.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I'm absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think there are other people that actually do feel it. I know you personally don't, Howard, but I know they
it breaks my heart every time I don't see you. I don't like you, right, Fred? Okay, good. All right, there you go.
I've seen Fred socially.
Now, wait
the
a second.
last year and a half was at my wedding. Was he? You know what I mean?
I was shocked he showed up for that.
Well, there was speculation.
Yeah.
No. That I knew he'd be at.
We speculated.
Put a cork in it.
What about your birthday party? How did that work out? Like Fred would say, we'll see if we can make it.
He wasn't sure. Yeah, he was
never sure. And he never tells you why, right?
No, I did. As a matter of fact, I did. I said I had something else going on that night.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I did.
Something more important.
Did he ever say that?
I can't remember.
It was a family thing, and I had to deal with that. And I said, if If we got out early enough, we would show up.
See, when I want to see Fred, I pay him. So that's what.
There you go.
And it always works. That's why I see him here every day.
Matter of fact, I'm not even getting paid for this morning. I'm kicking back the paycheck. It's so much fun.
There you go.
We'll call Fred a whore.
Exactly.
And like you're not Mr. Jackie the joke plug every 5 minutes.
Wacko.
Can I tell you what's hanging on the wall at Jackie's house?
What? You guys are all afraid of Fred. I can't believe it. You guys are such pussies. You won't even tell Fred what you think. What's hanging at Jackie's house?
Hanging on the wall at Jackie's house, which is the funniest thing in the world.
And it's there so Fred will see it, which he has not seen it yet.
It's just tacked to the wall.
Yeah.
I guess Jackie wrote a note about Fred, sort of a dig against Fred, and Fred wrote a note during the show that he handed to Jackie that said, I'm sick of being your target, fat boy. And Jackie's got both notes hanging on the wall proudly.
Right. Jackie's house is really an interesting home. It really is. He takes pieces of paper, just hangs them all over the wall. In the living room. Where's that hanging? In the living room?
No, it's actually right on
the steps up to the bedroom.
No.
Yeah.
On the steps going down to the basement.
Oh,
right?
good.
We were
That's
doing
good.
a news story.
That's nice decorating.
And Robin said there's a full moon, and the note was, there's a full moon. I guess that's why Fred is dressed as a muskrat. And the note from Fred said, I'm glad I'm your target, dumpy. And you could see the anger in his handwriting.
Well, I said to Jackie, I said, was Fred kidding?
He said, why is this hanging here? I said, what, are you kidding?
Oh, dumpy.
Not one of my better insults.
All right. All right. You guys keep passing notes to each other.
It's like high school.
Yeah. And you guys are such pussies. You're all afraid of Fred. You're afraid to say what you say behind his back. I say it right to his face.
You pretty much said everything.
Oh, come on, it has to be dragged out of you. You're always telling
You're always so
stories back there
scared of
in the
him. Why
office.
are you so scared of Fred? What's he going to do?
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Why?
I'm not afraid. What do you think, he's going to beat me up?
No, but
I think you're afraid of that.
No.
I think you're afraid.
I'm more afraid of you than I am afraid.
I don't think you can take Fred's silent treatment and stuff, but who cares?
Well, he does get angry.
Yeah, but who cares?
Well, that's true, Gary. You have said to me before, Fred just started talking to me again. Get into this.
Yeah. Who cares if Fred talks to you?
Well, I do.
Why?
Because, we used to hang out.
Yeah, well, so who cares? He only hung out with you because he didn't have a girlfriend at the time to hang out. You were his girlfriend, that's all. He dumped you for another
You know
one.
what was weird? When I first started on the show,
Fred always latches onto somebody.
when I first started, like in 86 or 87, I started, getting friendly with Fred, and I'd invite him out for the weekend. Or
for a while he latched onto
you. And he'd come out, and I remember you guys say, Fred came to your house for the weekend? I was like, yeah, I invited him, and he came out, and we played guitars and hung
because
out.
you didn't have a girlfriend at that
But I
point.
just remember how shocked you guys were that I just invited him and he came out.
No, not only did he come out, let me ask you something. I know Fred pretty well.
Didn't he stay?
Wouldn't he stay for the whole weekend? Would he stay for the whole weekend?
Stay as long as he's invited, yeah. But it seemed very normal to me. But I don't know.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I took for one time.
No, before Fred had a... See, this is Fred's way of doing things. He finds a person, latches onto. For a while, he latched onto me. Yeah. He latches onto a person and just stays with them.
True. Yeah.
And then he latches onto another person and another person. And then they lead him around.
He's like a barnacle.
There you go.
Yeah, he's like a barnacle.
I must admit, I never have double dated with Fred.
Will you?
Right. You don't have to double. You know, Fred now has the girlfriend who stays with him.
But I've never double dated with him.
Yeah, she leads him around.
I go out with the Martlings from time to time.
Allison is made of Velcro, his beautiful princess. And Fred stuck right to her.
Princess Velcro.
Princess Velcro. But you were the princess for a while, Gary. Remember when Fred was with you all the time?
All the time.
And we had some great times.
You had some great times, but, I mean, Fred was always with you because...
We'd go down to the Stone Pony.
Yeah, because you would take him places.
He'd come over to my house and have dinner.
Right.
I'd go to his house.
You won't do that anymore. You ever wonder why he doesn't do it anymore? He's got the girlfriend. You're not the girlfriend anymore.
He was going to get back to me on
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I know how Fred operates.
Yes.
What do you think? I don't know my... You think I know my Fred?
That's exactly how it operates.
Yeah. You know I'm right, Fred. I'm a great judge of...
Well, you're not right, but okay.
All right.
It's your show.
How am I wrong?
How are you wrong?
Yeah.
It's your show. You can say...
Why don't you hang around with Gary
say
anymore?
anything you want. Why don't I hang around? We have other interests, number one.
When did you get other interests?
When?
When you got your girlfriend. Well, she had other interests.
Even before that. And also it was starting to get a little tight because, like, there were just some things that happened around that time that kind of split us apart a little bit.
Really?
Wow. Wow. See, I didn't even know this.
Oh, believe me, it's not true.
Oh, it is true, but
I mean, I know Fred.
Fred, you'd still be with Gary if you didn't find that girlfriend.
I like Gary. I like him as a person. I think he's a real good guy to hang out with.
Oh.
What can I say?
Well, why don't you hang out with him then?
He's got his life, I got my life.
So every once in a while you gotta have dinner.
Robin, how often do we hang out? How long have we been knowing each
Never.
other?
You haven't gone out with me in years. I feel very hurt.
None of the guys like going out with you, Robin.
No, that's not true. I love going out with Robin.
Robin's a lot of fun.
Fred doesn't like going out with you.
Fred used to come
Probably
over
not.
to
You and me are the only ones who go out together.
No. Fred used to come over to my house and have dinner after work.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Used to help her out.
Yeah, so for a while you were the girlfriend.
I was the girlfriend for a while.
I didn't even know about
and you want to know something? I thought I was being social and helpful. What did I know?
No, Fred always latches up. Fred, I know you better than anybody.
Okay.
I know you, and you can't even deny that I'm wrong.
I can.
Nope.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can deny it, but you know I'm right and deep in your heart.
No, I know.
You latched on to Gary.
You think you're right and deep in your heart. So that's all that matters.
You latched on to Gary.
You know, it's so amazing.
I liked him.
You latched on to Gary.
I liked Gary a lot.
Like you latched on to everybody else.
I think he was a good guy. I think Jackie's a good guy.
And you latched on to Jackie for a while. You even latched on to Robin. I didn't even know about that.
See? There you go. You had your eyes closed for like 5 minutes.
I felt bad for Robin. You didn't get the latch treatment.
No, I got it.
All right.
It's so amazing to sit in this part of the room and watch it and not be the victim and just see how you work.
Isn't it great?
It's entertaining, Wolf.
You latched on.
I know when Fred fell out with you. You remember Fred used to be with you a lot, too.
Yeah, but I got, I just couldn't take it anymore.
You had a child.
I mean, it was
Fred
like,
got very upset.
I got a kid, and Fred was mad that I had a kid.
No, you see, that's funny. I thought I was doing you a favor by not bothering you.
No, come on.
That's so funny.
At that time, and that's exactly when you started latching on to Gary.
I don't even know if
After I dumped you.
I don't even know if Gary... you dumped me, okay. Let's just change history all the
I do have to say in Fred's defense that Fred has said to me twice in the last couple of months, totally unsolicited, that as soon as he gets his new place together, he was going to have a solo for dinner.
And that should be about a month.
Right, and that was, I mean, I didn't press
I'm not
for
talking
anything.
about one dinner every 2 years. I'm talking about he used to hang around with you every day.
Yeah. See, he wants the whole thing.
If Fred lost his girlfriend tomorrow, he'd latch on to one of you.
You want to know something? I wouldn't dare, because then I'd have to sit here and listen to this for another 45 minutes.
You'd be going right back to Connecticut.
You believe us, Fred.
Don't
We would
think
accept
so.
you back with
That's
open
right.
arms. It's
I
okay.
doubt that very much.
So in a
I doubt
month,
it very
you
much.
would take Fred back?
Absolutely.
In a month, I
Gary's
tell
a
you
loyal
what.
friend.
So would I.
A month is 31. Let's call it 31 days. We'll give Fred the benefit of that. Within 31 days, you should be at Fred's house for dinner.
You want to know something? It'll happen.
Okay, very good.
It'll happen. You're
All right,
invited
we'll
too.
see.
You won't come, but I'm inviting you.
I won't wait too long for an invitation.
I'm inviting you now.
You know what? I might have something doing that day.
Okay. Well,
I'm not
if you do,
sure.
then that's fine.
I'm not sure if I can be there.
See, I'm an understanding
So just
guy.
keep two plates there.
You, on the other hand,
Keep two plates there.
Everything by the book. I think you're part Nazi.
It's like,
I really do.
Are you inviting me to your house, seriously?
Yes, I am.
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
What we're going to be doing that day.
If you don't know, you don't know.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
No, as a matter of fact, we're going to try and make it.
Well,
how's that for an answer? Now go prepare a meal.
You could even do it 2 hours
We're going to try and make it. We're going to try and make it.
Because I wouldn't cook. I would order in.
Okay. We're going to try and make it.
Okay. How tough is that?
Looks good.
Yeah, and we'll see if I show up.
If you do, you do.
He would hate that.
I'll be pleasantly surprised.
We'll be back. That's the other thing. I yelled at Fred the other day to start taping stuff for me.
Yes.
I got upset with Fred the other day, and he took it a little hard, but I wasn't kidding around. I said, you know, it's funny. Whenever a TV show pops on, like I have about 8 VCRs going so I can tape stuff. And I have regular stuff I tape.
Right.
And I know you always have tape ready to go if you see something interesting so we can play it on the show.
Yeah.
So Fred was bringing up that he had seen something like the Billboard Awards.
Right. You started. It wasn't like Fred brought up something. You started talking about the Billboard Awards.
And it turned out Fred had seen it. And I said, gee, do you ever think to... Because I had forgotten my tape. One time I forgot my tape. So I said, Fred, do you ever feel pressured to, like, maybe once in a while say, hey, maybe we'll need this on the show tomorrow. I should tape it. Or do you just say, someone else will tape it? So he got upset with me and said...
We sort of determined he says nothing at all. He doesn't even have...
I'm not even sure what he thinks. But you never answered the question. Do you ever feel the pressure that... Hey, I better tape this so we can get it on the show?
Or do you think somebody else is taping it?
I think he thinks somebody else is taping it.
I think he doesn't think.
You go 50-50.
Yes, I do. Is that a fair answer?
So sometimes you think you'd better tape it, and sometimes you think someone else is taping
sometimes, I'd say most of the time, most people have it under control. And every once in a while, I'll
I see.
I see. Okay.
You figure someone else is taping. If you're watching it, someone else must be watching it.
Oh, you got about 18 people on the show. And
Right.
on occasion, if I think that someone's not...
Well, what if everyone is like you?
If I think someone's not going to get it, then I tape it.
What if everyone on the show is like you and decides not to tape? Then we'll never have any pieces. We won't have any tape. True? You got to admit, you were being lazy all these years.
I didn't realize that, but
right.
bring it to my attention.
All right. So I brought it to Fred's attention, and Fred said, "You want me to tape? Okay, I'm going to tape." So now Fred's been running around with videotape every day.
Yeah?
He's videotaping like mad. But he's videotaping stuff that... I don't know what he's videotaping. He videotaped the thing yesterday. I don't know what it is.
Now, I thought it would be something, I think I know what it is. It's about Reagan, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was something that might be useful at the beginning of the show or a little clip.
It's not even understandable.
I said that to Gary. I said,
wait.
It's not understandable.
So Fred brought in the tape.
Excuse me.
Here's the tape.
Hold it.
Here's the tape.
Hold it.
Fred brought
Before
in.
you lambast me, did I not ask? Oh, we're not going to even look at me, right, Gary?
All right, here's the tape.
A weasel.
Here's the tape.
Oh, God, has he become a weasel?
Wasn't it funny when I did that thing this morning, Freddie?
All right, here's the tape.
Gary, was I laughing at you?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You were imitating my voice.
I don't think so.
I think you were.
Oh, okay. So
here's the tape.
Now it's going to come back at you, my
Here's
friend.
the tape Fred handed it.
And it's going to get worse.
So now Fred is taping. Here's what he taped.
You friggin' laughing shit.
This is for the show.
This is for the show.
Okay.
Fred has tape. I just want everyone to know Fred is taping.
Wait, can I just say something?
Yeah.
You gave me the tape. I played it for Howard yesterday. He said, put it on reel.
Right.
That's how we got here.
Well, Gary, did I not ask you, was it understandable? Did I not ask you
All
that?
right, here is the tape that Fred taped.
I'll tell you the truth one day.
Honorable read the press reportings of the report that was handed in by Senate Subcommittee.
So I'm sitting back in the office watching this,
I have here.
and I'm going, well, what am I supposed to do with this?
You can't even tell who that is.
Confirms a dance in the men's gymnasium at the University of California. The evening was the search.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you suck.
That's what you tape?
No, you suck. You really suck.
I mean, tape like stuff
really
that people
suck.
are interested in.
You really, no.
Oh, I suck.
You suck, yeah, because...
Why do I suck?
I'll tell you why you suck, man, because I asked him if it was even understandable.
What do you want from me?
I asked.
But what do you want to do with that? Can't you hear if it's understandable? You need him to tell you? You need a monkey to tell you?
I honestly could not tell because I was watching it. It was questionable. I asked for a second opinion. Is that wrong?
Well, I say next time you throw a tape in at random. Why even bother?
What did he do? Do you think he just threw a tape in and left?
Fred, I don't need you to hand in tape every day. I'm just saying, if you're watching something that's interesting.
It looked interesting. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
All right. Take it easy. All right, you tried your best.
No, I didn't.
Oh, dear.
I just tried, that's all. It's not my best. I just tried. It's like everything has to be a polished gem.
So contrary to our standards of human beings.
We gotta keep it. And every time Fred goes up, you gotta play it.
Three rock and roll bands were in the center of the gymnasium playing.
I love it. Thank you, Fred. Seriously, I appreciate it.
Well,
It is gonna be a part of the show.
Okay, good.
These movies were the only lights in the
Fabulous.
Well, I
just wonder, why were you watching this show?
No, it was a show about Manson.
I see.
It looked like an interesting clip.
All right. Maybe a clip of Manson would be better.
I haven't had a chance to get to look at those yet.
All right.
And persons twisted and gyrated in provocative.
Oh, Gary thought it was good.
I thought it was good. I'm with you, Fred.
Well, Fred is taping now, so everyone should know that.
Well, you want to know something? I'll continue to tape.
Thank you, Fred.
You know what?
Much to Big Mouth's chagrin back there.
Everybody's first effort usually turns out like this.
Right.
Is that right, Robin?
You know, I remember the first time Robin taped.
Yeah.
She had a big garbled tape.
Right. We're all geniuses.
You know, you gotta crawl before you can walk.
I think the next time you tape, it'll be
Robin,
better.
you slither.
You got to admit, Fred, of all things to tape, I mean, come on. I mean,
I know you're busting. Howard, I know you're busting. Look, I said if it's not good,
I
it's
think
not
that'll
good.
be great for the show.
Okay. Whatever.
Robin's wiping her eyes with
tissue.
Whatever.
Whatever.
this is the weirdest room in the world. I don't know whether it's funnier watching Robin wipe her eyes or watching Jackie try not to laugh.
I was just thinking I'd be laughing as hard as her if I had my own room.
Well, sorry, guys.
I'm just wondering what went on with Fred. Like he went, uh-oh, I better throw a tape in.
Right.
No, I mean, like with something like Billboard Awards or something, something that's really topical that, that we can goof on the celebrities.
Okay.
Sensual fashion. The smell of marijuana was prevalent.
It's got music behind it, too.
Sexual misconduct was blatant.
Now, if you watch the clip,
and I don't know, there was
it wasn't garbled enough. They had to
I did watch the clip.
Time out.
I watched it.
And you couldn't understand it?
No. I just didn't, first of all, I couldn't understand on the level of what am I going to do with it on the show? And I don't even know what the guy's saying.
Did I not say if it was...
It's radio, though.
If it were more understandable.
But Fred, it's radio.
If it were more understandable.
Yeah.
The content of it was pretty interesting. And
Was it? I have no idea what he said.
I thought if it was shorter, maybe I could use it at the beginning of the show.
Oh.
And that was it.
What was the content?
It was talking about, gyrations and sexual stuff.
Oh,
and that's radio,
I had no
so
idea.
It's just kind of
All I hear is...
Well, what can I say? That's why I asked for a second opinion, guys.
Movies were shown on 2 screens.
I don't know.
I heard a strange story, and I've been sitting on it and sitting on it.
Well, why don't you get up and tell us about it?
And I just don't know what it means. I can't determine whether it has a meaning or not.
What is it?
It's a tale about somebody who got to see Fred's apartment.
Really? Who was that? Who was most fortunate to go into Fred's lair?
Kevin from the TV show had to go over to Fred's.
How did he get in there,
night.
Fred?
We had to do some work one night.
Huh? Yeah, and what did you hear?
And all I know is he said that the princess opened the door for him and let him in.
I bet you it was nice.
And I don't know whether the apartment was nice or not. All I know is that do you have a 2-story thing there going, Fred?
Duplex?
No.
All right, then maybe she was just in a back room somewhere, because she left Kevin and Fred alone.
Yeah.
In one room, I guess, and she went to the other room. And then she would call Fred on the phone to see if Kevin was still there.
Oh, man. That's weird. What was that all about, Fred?
So long ago, I really don't remember.
I think you just hit on something.
I wish I did remember, because it sounds fascinating. But,
Well, Robin, how do you sit on a story like that?
I kept mulling this over in my mind. So what does this mean? I just don't know what this means.
I must have done something to piss her off recently, so then these things kind of like,
You mean the princess sits in the bedroom while you're out having business?
She wasn't even in the bedroom.
But you got to understand something. No one ever comes to see Fred at that apartment,
Right,
so this is the
true.
first time Fred was holding business, and maybe she didn't want to piss Fred off.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, she just didn't want to get in our way.
Maybe she wanted to make Fred look like he was busy, like an executive. Hello? Yes? Yes?
She had
Okay.
the phone going.
All right, hold on, Kevin. I'll be right with you.
exactly
But do you call somebody from another room in your house on the
no.
phone?
That didn't even happen.
Never.
Rob.
Not if I live in a one-bedroom apartment.
Excuse me, that didn't happen.
Kevin says it did.
Well, he's not correct.
Suddenly, Burglar's hosting the meetings on the back burner with its new information that's just developed.
Yeah, this is real fascinating stuff.
To me, it is.
Well, to you it is, because you're bored.
Right. But did you hear anything about this, Gary?
Yeah, but I heard it a whole different way.
What did you hear?
See, I just heard it, the way I heard it was, well, not a whole different way. The way I heard it was that not that, that she was somewhere outside of the apartment, but still in the building.
Oh, she stayed outside of the apartment in the building, because I couldn't figure that out.
I don't know, like she was in an apartment upstairs or something, and that...
Oh, wait a minute, she may have been visiting someone.
Right, and then Kevin said she kept calling and asking if Kevin was gone yet.
Right.
But that's, how does Kevin know...
That's probably more like it then.
Was she saying, like, is the coast clear?
The way I heard it was that...
It's Stuttering John.
No. She was in the apartment.
Yeah.
In a different room. When
Really?
She called up, man.
See, that's what I heard.
Oh, man.
That's
too bizarre. Fred, you're making her bizarre like you.
This apartment, there's no other room. There's a bedroom and there's like a living room.
Well, that's what I think it was it. I think
Well,
from the
where were
bedroom.
you and Kevin?
We were in the living room.
And where was she?
She was in another apartment in the building. She
I don't know about that.
Building.
I thought you didn't remember this.
Oh, she had to leave the
Now I
building because you were
remember.
doing business.
Now I remember. No, she wanted to go visit a friend of hers.
Could you bring pictures and diagrams tomorrow?
No.
So we can see where she was and where you were?
But why did she call to keep finding out if Kevin was there or not?
Maybe she wanted to come back home.
Well,
Oh, she couldn't come with Kevin there?
What do you mean? Why couldn't she sit there?
Because the place isn't that big.
But why can't... You mean it's not big enough for three people?
It's 2 people and that's it. There's a limit. The fire
Are
department...
you serious?
It's not that big.
You're saying that there's only room for her and you. I mean, you've never had more than 2 people in there at the same
It was
time?
just much. She had something to do, and it was much more comfortable to do what we had to do with her not being around. That's all.
What you guys doing? Taking pictures of each other?
I don't have a boathouse, and I don't have a
boathouse?
study with weights. I mean, you know, it's like, come on.
A boathouse?
Break.
Well, why don't you move out to Long Island and get one? No one told you to live in Manhattan if you want more room.
I like Manhattan. I like the way I live. What can I say?
So
They can only have 2 people in the apartment at a time, though.
Well, hey.
Sounds like the 3 of you were in one of those clown cars. You know, you sort of pile it out of the room.
You can take the most normal situation and turn it into Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, you know?
No, but come on, you got to admit that's kind of bizarre
No,
that
it's
your
not
girlfriend had to keep
bizarre.
calling
No,
to
it's
find out if he was...
not.
You mean to tell me she couldn't go in the bedroom and hang out and watch TV while you were talking?
Because you can't even do that. We didn't have a TV at the time in the bedroom.
Oh.
So what she
Couldn't read a book?
No, she doesn't. She's not going to read a book. Come on, get real, will you?
But why couldn't she just
So why couldn't you guys go in the bedroom and leave her in the living room?
Because the TV was in the living room. Stop with the nonsense.
You needed the
Look,
TV?
I'm not burglars, okay? Stop busting
What do you
my
mean you
balls.
needed the TV? For what? For viewing VHS?
Yes, viewing videotapes for the program.
Oh, so Freddie doesn't watch TV anymore to fall asleep. We learned something.
Well, he's got the girlfriend
Yeah,
now.
she puts him to sleep.
You guys go to bed at the same time or no?
No.
I didn't think so. Nobody
Well,
works.
how do you get to sleep, Fred?
I shut my eyes and go to
No, he's got a TV now in the bedroom.
How do you go to sleep, Robin?
No, come on. You know you always had to be put to bed by the TV, Fred.
It's true. Is it true?
For a while, you didn't even know how to go to sleep.
Right.
You know, you always slept with
Right.
the TV on.
And then you'd wait for sleep to
You guys
come
are
on.
the biggest, 2 biggest a-holes I know right now.
Kevin tell you anything about the decor?
No, we
No.
should get him on the phone.
Wow, he's the only person I know that's
To
ever been at
tell
the
us
Fred's
what it
apartment.
looks like.
All right, tomorrow we'll do that.
Okay.
No, do it now.
No, we're running out of time.
There's
We wanna
somebody
get
else's show, Fred. We want it for our show.
Yeah, we need that for our show. That's an exclusive. We're not giving that to Meg.
I like being the zoo animal that you can examine, you know?
Hey, Fred, calm down.
Oh,
we're interested in you. We care about you.
Freddie, we're
Hey, Fred.
fascinated by
Fred.
you. Is that
You know
a
what I
bad
really
thing?
hate? I really hate is the condescending attitude. That
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that exactly.
Hey, Fred.
I think we both
You.
know. No, F you. And if you're not careful, it'll all come out.
Wow. Nah, you wouldn't do that. You'd always maintain your professionalism.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. You don't.
You. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you to Ted's with Robin.
Yeah, come on. We'll all
All
go.
right, man?
I'm coming.
Jackie, you stay here and write. Yeah. Robin, anything you want to wrap up with?
Just that I have 2 different reports here as to what's
Fred's
going
apartment?
on. I wish
You're not
that
back
were
on
the
that,
case.
are you?
Oh, please, please.
I can't make the writers' meeting today
Why?
because I ain't going to be in that room.
Well, I can't make it either, so I'm going home.
That's good. Well, you must feel overworked today because you got to keep hitting that drum roll.
Can I leave now?
That's exactly what.
Oh, jeez.
That's exactly
You know, I didn't mean to start trouble.
No. Oh, come on.
Oh, Jackie, sit down. He's throwing balls of paper. All right, go ahead, Robin. Now, what are the 2... We know it's not Fred because they can't fit more than 2 people in that apartment.
Hey,
You know, and the big question is, will she be arrested in Tahiti?
I don't have Xanadu on Long Island, okay?
Hey, why compare yourself to me?
I'm not.
Live your own life.
You're putting me
Go ahead,
down.
Robin.
Nobody put you
I
down.
just asked you what was going on.
If you ask Fred a question, you're putting him
Gee,
down.
Fred, we really delved into your personal life. We asked you how many rooms you have in your apartment.
I don't consider that a problem. It's just the way that you do it.
Oh, how should we do it, Fred?
What's Kevin's phone number? Kevin, Gary, get me Kevin on the phone.
See, now he's pissed at me. So.
Today's the day to call Kevin.
Okay.
Robin.
Yeah, please.
Because I don't understand what we did wrong. How should we have phrased the question?
Oh, he's so upset. Oh, you're good. Here's Kevin on the phone. Hey, Kevin, you were in Fred's apartment?
What's that?
I say you were in Fred's apartment?
Yes, I was.
Now, is it true that his girlfriend was in the bedroom at the time making phone calls?
No, she wasn't in the bedroom.
She was in another apartment.
Yeah, she went, like, upstairs to... or something.
And she kept calling to find out if you left?
Yeah, she called, like, twice or something.
And you don't feel she could have fit in the apartment with you and Fred?
Well, I mean, that's, I guess, how it came up that I thought it was kind of bizarre.
Another story to add to the
not.
pile of Fred Norris stories.
And Kevin, you're not.
I'm not.
Hey, don't
what?
attack Kevin. He just thought it was a little
Oh,
odd.
and you're not attacking me.
I'm not attacking you, Fred.
No,
That
I'm
just
not
came
talking
up.
to Kevin, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
Who's
these other
attacking
yo-yos.
you?
You.
Imagine Kevin calling someone bizarre. That's when you know you're really
Yeah, you know
bizarre.
you're really bizarre.
Freddie, if someone calls you bizarre, then it's Kevin. Mr. Bagels and
I
Box.
didn't say that Fred
Would
was
you now
bizarre.
believe you're bizarre?
No, I know you didn't, Kevin.
Fred, now maybe you realize that something might be a little off.
And maybe you realize that you're a little off.
Oh. What did the place look like?
It's a nice place.
This is coming from a guy who lives in his car, so,
Yeah,
you know.
so, you know, you have to take that under advisement.
Yeah, so it was nice? No, because I know that Fred's girlfriend has really good taste.
Yeah.
I saw Fred's decor.
Another put down.
That's not a put down.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't mean it as one.
Well, you meant it as one.
I certainly. Now you're being. Now you're off. Now you're hallucinating.
I'm off. I'm hallucinating.
Your girlfriend happens to have very good taste, so I'm not surprised.
I can't pick anything out, right?
Wait a minute, Fred.
Fred, I'm saying your girlfriend has lots of good taste.
Yes, she does.
And that is why I'm not surprised. Now, I've seen the decor when you decorated yourself. When you were living as a bachelor.
This is true.
And it looked like Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment.
Right. Okay.
So I'm saying that your girlfriend has good taste, not meant
Yes,
in any...
she does. Yes, she does.
Kevin, was there...
You can say it was contemporary? I just got to know the decor.
Yeah, it was pretty contemporary.
Lots of Jewish paraphernalia?
No, I didn't see any, actually. But he has lots of musical equipment and stuff like that.
Oh, that they had to have.
In an incredibly rare moment, on our hotline is Princess Norris.
Wow. Princess, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Princess Norris.
Like an investigative report.
Wow. The truth is finally coming out.
I've been listening to this, and it's so, I mean, everything is false. I mean, I can't even believe Kevin could make up such a story, maybe just to get on the air. I don't know.
No, but the point is, Kevin came over and got the feeling that you checked in every
You
once in a
laughed,
while.
right? Well, everything was true up until the phone call. I mean,
Now, why did you leave?
I left because there was a girlfriend of mine that was moving into the building, and I wanted to see her apartment, and coincidentally, Kevin was coming over. I didn't even see Kevin.
Right.
I had no idea Kevin was, you know, I didn't even know what he looked like.
But you've had more than 2 people over your apartment, haven't you?
Yeah.
Why is Fred saying that he can't fit?
Yeah, we've had, you know, we've had a couple
Fred's
of
lying,
people.
too.
So Fred is lying and Kevin is lying.
Kevin is lying. Fred just doesn't remember, but Kevin is lying.
Fred doesn't remember you can get more than 2 people into the apartment.
I mean, why? What Fred told me that he can't. The reason you had to leave was because you can't have more than 2 people in the apartment.
No.
I mean, that's what Fred's own words
Fred, he
were.
said that.
Fred, you will admit that.
I will admit that.
There you go.
So now you understand why we're confused.
It's not my fault.
You can all come over here and check out for yourself that you can't have it.
I'm not allowed in.
Freddie won't invite us.
Freddie won't invite me.
Well, I'll invite you
No, don't do that.
Nope. You're overstepping your bounds, obviously.
As a matter of fact, why was Kevin allowed admittance? Was he screened in some special way?
Yeah, he was screened, actually. Well, he went through with me, and it's fine.
Let me say something to you, Princess Norris.
Yes.
You have made Fred's life complete.
Well,
you have taken what was clay.
Don't buy it. Don't.
Excuse me. Fred, I'm not talking with you.
Such a phone.
He can't take it when
his mic?
It is off. That's the amazing thing.
Clay, I mean, that's not...
Careful, Rob. We're on totally new ground here. Let me say something. I know Fred a long time. We go way back.
Right.
Yeah. I know the Fred without you.
Right.
And I know the Fred with you.
Right.
The Fred without you is very frightening. The Fred with you is just frightening. So I'm going to say that you have taken this man and made a complete life for him. You've given him nice surroundings.
Well, he's done the same for me.
Well,
in some sense, I'm sure that's true.
I know what he was like. And Kevin is right. It was a bizarre scene and everything, but any scene that you could describe, Kevin, as being bizarre is nothing more bizarre than when Freddie lived alone.
That's right.
Yeah, no. It wasn't bizarre. It wasn't bizarre. The whole thing just came up with... I was talking to John in the car when we were driving up to Tammy Baker, and he was like, no one's ever been to Fred's house. I was like, I've been to Fred's house.
Kevin, when do you remember me calling? I don't understand. That's like that's something in your head.
There's a lot of things.
Kevin?
Because we were sitting there screening the tape, and the phone rang. Fred got up and answered it and said, no, he's still here.
Well, how do you know that was me?
I just assumed because I said, where's Allison, your girlfriend? And he said she's upstairs.
Well, now you know when you assume.
Boy, she's a fighter.
Yeah, I tell you, she fights like Fred.
Yeah. Wait till they're married 10 years. Fred, you'll be banging on my door coming to live with me after 10 years of marriage.
I don't think.
Oh, yeah. Remember when you wanted the hot dogs at my house?
I don't think.
It's going to be that all over again.
I don't think so.
Does Fred still eat hot dogs?
No, he doesn't actually.
She doesn't allow that. Okay.
He doesn't eat hot dogs.
Now, what happens when Fred wants to hang blankets over his windows? Do you guys fight over that?
I don't let him do that.
You don't let him do that anymore?
No, I don't let him do it anymore.
That was the best. Instead of curtains, Fred had blankets. That was so good.
He's such a good guy, though.
Oh, he's
a good guy. Nobody ever said he wasn't.
He's a lot of fun.
He is a lot of fun.
He's a good guy. I love him. I love him like my brother.
Do you really?
I certainly do, and he knows it.
I would have fired him years ago if I didn't love him. Why would I keep him around?
True, Howard, I think you're right.
Nah.
I think you're right.
Well,
Freddie doesn't believe we love him, but we do.
he knows it. Believe me, he knows
He
it.
knows deep down.
Ask him who took him out of Springfield. He was working in Springfield as a
And who
dish
put
jockey.
up with him in Washington?
Right.
Right.
And who housed him during hurricanes and
I've
snowstorms?
done nothing.
Well, Fred, don't belittle yourself.
No, you're doing a good job.
You don't need to admit that.
You're doing a good job.
For you to just blurt out that you do nothing is terrible.
I think it's time for me to leave this show.
Oh, come on. Where would you go?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Where are you going to go?
You going to NEW?
You know Jackie would be happy because then you'd get your salary.
You would. You'd all be happy.
No, Fred, I wouldn't be
Come
happy.
here. Come over here. I'll cradle you.
Fred, you must believe that I would not be happy.
Oh, yes, you would.
I believe you would be happy, Robin. I know I'd be unhappy. I would be unhappy.
I would be the most unhappy.
No, you would.
Fred, you were stuck with me for life.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Does that mean that I'm
I'll never let you leave.
Not true. How would you prevent that?
You wait and see.
Okay.
So when's the wedding?
It's, you know what? His wedding is happening over the Christmas vacation, and he's acting like
he's
it's
not telling us.
How did you know that, Howard?
Because I heard from somebody.
Who did you hear from?
Kevin.
He's
When he was up in your apartment, he saw the marriage certificate. No, I happen to know that they will be getting married.
Really? They are going to do it.
And what they're trying to do is do like what Jackie did, run off, and then all of a sudden come back and be married.
And they're trying to throw us off the scent.
Right. Because
I got to tell you, this is news to me.
Fred confided in me.
All right, don't ever tell us you're married then. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll be very hurt.
Well, I would like to. I feel I deserve to be at the wedding, and Robin as well, because we set you guys up.
We should be giving Fred away.
But instead, we are
You were the
scorned and
guy
treated
that said
and
don't
ridiculed.
You were the guy that said don't pick her.
I said pick her.
Yeah.
I was the guy who got her on the phone for you.
No, she called herself.
And it's your choice whether or not you went out with her.
Right, but you were like,
I'm so terrible because I want to get you laid. I'm a bad guy, right?
Yeah, well, look at Magic Johnson.
Very good. All right, Kevin.
All right.
Princess
All right.
Norris, you've really improved this guy's life.
Well, he's done the same for me.
This is a guy who had to go to his parents' house every weekend. He had nothing to do. And he used to give me excuses. Oh, I got to go cut my grandpa's lawn. I said, that lawn must be the most manicured lawn in the country.
I got to climb a tree. He's like
Yeah.
a tree surgeon.
Yeah, Fred Norris, tree surgeon. And I knew what was going on. He was lonely. I still wouldn't have him on my house. See that? But you have saved him from a life of doom.
Well,
And I admire
he's
you
a
for
good
it.
guy.
You're a very classy woman.
Honey, forget it. It's falling on deaf ears.
Oh, stop it. We know
No,
you're a
it's not.
good guy.
He
Nobody ever
knows.
said you weren't.
He is.
You're the best guy.
He is.
Oh,
He's
please,
the best
Robin.
guy.
I think you're gushing too much.
Robin, you know.
Of course I know. I love Freddie. He doesn't believe it.
We love Fred. He's very sweet underneath all his problems. Underneath all of his overreactions.
Even with his problems, he's very sweet.
We know that.
Fred,
get-
just take deep breaths, Fred.
All right.
I'll remember that.
Relax.
Yeah, he doesn't get it. You explain it to him tonight like you have to explain the whole world to him.
Oh,
You know, we had to take him to get his first checking account. You know what I mean. You know how you have to lead Fred around to everything.
Well, you know, that's the way men are. Men are just like that.
Right.
Men.
Oh.
Including Mr.
I think men in
Stern.
general are just like that.
Is that right?
Oh, Robin, don't you think so?
No, I've never had to teach anybody about banking.
That's why she's got such
I went and learned to get a checking account myself.
I have never had to teach anybody about banking.
Well, maybe not about banking, but you know what I mean. Men are they're like that. They don't really know how to, they don't know anything until they find a woman.
Well, then again, with what Fred was making in Springfield, he didn't need a checking account.
That's true, too.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Very good, you two.
Well, thanks for letting me talk.
And thank you for coming on.
Okay.
Kevin, thank you for
Bye.
the first-hand report of the Norris apartment.
Yeah, it really wasn't that. It wasn't that intense, really.
Really?
I
Were you
didn't even think
scared
it was
to
a
go?
big deal.
Were you a little nervous walking in? Be honest.
At that point, I didn't even really know Fred. That was like around the third show. It was when we were doing the Richard Simmons stuff.
It wasn't peculiar sitting there alone with Fred? All right. You know what? Don't answer it on the
All
air
right,
because
you
you only
still
get
have to work
he's
with
going
it,
to upset over
I
it.
felt
Yeah, it was no big deal, really.
All right.
the same way about you, Kevin, so we're even.
What was that, Fred?
I felt the same way about you, Kevin, so we're even.
All right. Very
No,
good.
exactly. We know when you don't
Very
know
good.
anyone that well.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
You guys are welcome anytime.
All right.
No, they're
Sure.
not.
That's
They
not
won't, yeah,
You
but
guys
we don't
later.
have your address.
we would come if we had a phone number or an address.
Honey, don't give it to him.
You know what we're going to do, Robin? One day we're just going
We're
to walk
going to
in.
surprise him.
Won't let you.
Okay.
Listen to Fred, honey, every minute. Honey, honey. Boy, I'm not used to
You
hearing you.
said honey. I
I
didn't
know.
say
No,
honey.
you called her honey.
Did I?
I'm not
He
used
said,
to hearing
honey,
you
don't
like that.
give it to him.
All right.
Boy, he's in love.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that must be some wild sex going on in that apartment.
No room.
You're not
Yeah,
kidding.
there's no room for sex.
It's constant sex.
These guys have only made love standing up because the apartment is so
Well, that's why they couldn't stand to have another person in the apartment.
Are your parents getting annoyed with Fred that he hasn't really married you yet?
I got to tell you something. My parents love him.
But they love that you're there sleeping with him and everything, and
They, I think they would like it, but
because Fred could walk away from the whole situation, then he'd use you up.
yeah, he could, but he won't.
Let's hope he doesn't.
I know he won't.
I hope that doesn't happen to the two of you. Look at Mickey Dolenz and his wife.
Yeah, well.
All right, very good.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
There she is, the very lovely Princess Norris.
Yes.
And Prince Kevin McMahon. Who knows imagine if they were calling from the same apartment. Maybe Kevin's been going there during the day.
He's been happy.
Fred, thank you for that glimpse into your personal life.
That was wonderful.
I know it's painful.
My pleasure.
But we enjoyed it.
It was
good. It was so enjoyable I might replay it tomorrow. Just so I can revel in it.
I love it.
All right.
I must say that, Howard, all those other people brought me that story because they were all afraid.
And you sat on it admirably for a long time.
Yeah, they said, you know what? Let's tell Robin. Robin will tell Howard.
Right. Yeah. Nobody tells me anything anymore.
No.
I have to wait for Robin to get information. Kevin couldn't tell me. Did you know that story, Jackie?
Yeah, I think Robin heard it yesterday as a
No, it was 2, 3, it was at least a week ago. That's how long.
You sat on that for a week?
He was sitting there, as a matter of fact, and he was like, no, don't tell me. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, Jackie.
He ran out of the room. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, because I'll end up getting in trouble.
I didn't want to hear it.
That's right. So they said, let's tell Robin.
People are afraid to hear stories about Fred.
Oh, man.
Do you realize what goes on around him? All right, well, listen, we'll be back right after these words.
Like,
oh, boy.
I
never told you that. Now you're lying.
Now, you do too, Freddie.
Now you're lying.
Freddie, I swear to God.
Is that why you're so fat? Because you have so many lies in you? Is that the deal? Is that the deal?
Freddie, I'm sorry.
You eat lies for breakfast?
Hey, Miami, welcome to Fred Friday. No, what you're saying is that Fred will go into minutia. I know, I'm around Fred. Fred will, if he is doing his tasks, he will slow down and get into it with Pete Fornatell, and they'll discuss music, the vet, how much the dog means to him.
And Fred may think it doesn't take him any longer, but when Fred speaks, have you
Robin,
noticed
you're never here, so you do not know.
He
It
has
does
to
slow you
use his
down.
hand,
Yeah.
and he has to do that look where he looks up into the ceiling on one side to get the thought out.
And he gets very emotional about stuff.
Silly me.
You and that dog. I wish I could squash that dog's head.
Bring that dog in here.
Bring it in so we can meet it on camera.
I don't think
You know what the E crew has to do? They have to aim a camera on Fred as he does his cleanup and conversation. A hidden camera.
So we can see what Fred is up to.
That's it.
You can do it all you like.
They have a ball watching Freddie during the show.
Oh, do they?
Oh, you kidding? They just have one cat. They watch that. There's one camera on Freddie, and they just go, look what he's doing now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I wish we could see that.
Damn, I got to get back in the control room.
Get a monitor.
And you
in
said that girl from the computer company said I didn't do a thing.
Well, it obviously has nothing to do with the show. Then.
Get a Fred monitor in here.
Yeah. In fact, for the, we don't make this into an E show, and now I know they have a whole outtake reel of Fred just
yes.
sitting and doing stuff.
We can get Fred's look, Fred eating his breakfast.
Here, we can play it right now.
During this whole conversation, it could be in a little box.
Yeah, in the box at the top.
But like you're not even you're talking about something else, and Fred's just making these faces like. Yeah, like he's agreeing with you, but no one's looking at him, but nobody.
That's why I won't look.
Yeah.
Turn to stone.
I'll turn to stone. All right, Fred. Obviously, you've taken a bit of a critique here.
No, I've taken a bashing.
One of the things I could say.
You know what it is? It's like everybody gets so mad at me because I'll do impressions of them from time to time. And this is the revenge. So Grillo can come in, ha, I'm going to get that son of a bitch. So
What is this, Stuttering John?
One of the things that Gary was afraid to come in here and mention, but I'll do it.
Go ahead.
I'll do it for the
Is that why he doesn't have the balls to come in here and
Afraid could get you caught in a conversation where he'll just keep talking and you're afraid to leave, but
And you
gotta
can't
do
get out.
something.
And you can't get out.
Like if you're going to leave, he's going to get pissed, and he's like going off for about like 10 minutes.
I won't call him on the phone for that reason.
So just go say, hey, I got something.
I used to call Fred all the
I know
time,
I get lost.
and then he gets into a discussion, and he won't stop. He's obsessive compulsive. I'm telling you, he won't stop talking about it until he's done.
He can't even
Where
change
did
the
you
subject.
get your psychology?
There is no punctuation to break in.
And there's it would be
Where
one
did
thing.
you get your psychology degree?
It would be one thing if Fred talked for 10 minutes about a number of things.
Yes.
But it'd be the same subject.
Oh, yes.
For 10 minutes.
And he will not stop until he's done.
No.
He's different now, though, because he's called me at home from time to time, and it's really quick.
Is it?
But
Well,
in the
that's
old
because
days-
we've yelled at him.
In the old days, I used to tell my mom when I lived at home, when Freddie called, you looked at your watch, and you started saying goodbye 2 minutes later, and if you were lucky, you got off in a half an hour.
Right, right.
That hurt, Gary. That really hurt.
Did that hurt, really?
That really hurt.
A little too much honesty in the room?
That really hurt.
Gary keeps running out.
I thought we were friends,
You know,
Gary.
he ran out. He was out there telling himself, don't go in there, don't go in there. He said,
Yeah.
I want to be on. He ran back in.
That's what it is.
Now he's kicking himself.
Yeah.
Air whores. Welcome to the club.
Now, Fred, you know you're verbose.
I have been. I've gotten better.
The other thing that Angela asked me, she said, you know, because she was just like very
Watching.
understanding of what Jackie does, what you do, what I do.
Right, right.
Well, tell her to go to hell, okay?
Is Fred funny?
Fred is very funny, but
He's the person to come here and evaluate.
he's funny to Pete Fornatel. Does Pete enjoy these conversations, you think?
Yeah, it's really funny because sometimes, like, Freddie and I will sit in here and we'll imitate Pete to Pete, which
Right.
he thinks is very funny.
I see. All right, very good. Well, I hope
So
Angela...
Fred
Wait a minute, wait a
really
minute.
worked on
Are
his
you
Pete-
saying that you're actually taking time out from your tasks
Yeah, sometimes.
to indulge
yes.
in this in these hijinks?
Yeah, sometimes I would,
there
but
you
I'm a
go.
young and impressionable.
All right, listen.
But it
Thank
sounds
God
to
you work
me
for E
like
now.
Fred has really worked on his Pete Fornatel impression.
Yes.
over
He does an
the
excellent one.
Yeah, of course he doesn't do it on the air.
Yeah, all
Right.
the other people, though, he could
Right.
be imitating. He's got Pete Fornatel down.
Yeah, that's very good. That's something I can make use of.
Well, now I know what to tell Angela.
Right.
There you go.
He's very valuable to my show.
What can I say? And of course, I didn't write anything for the FMEs this week.
All right. Hey, it's just Angela. Who's she? She's nobody.
No, that's why you guys just drag it out and just like trot it without presenting the whole case. But of course, we never do have
Fred,
it.
let me say something. If Angela saw the show today, if she heard the show today, she would see what you do. All right?
Nearly as quirky as yourself.
Robin did a very good job of telling me what she didn't like. Tell me what you felt I exaggerated in your quirk.
You want to know something?
Get the book.
I was so shocked.
Yes.
It was numbing to me.
Oh, was that right? It was numbing to you?
Numbing to me.
Well, Jay.
And I know you're making fun of that, and that's fine.
Well, tell me.
I understand what he's saying. I know exactly
It
how
was
he
numbing to
feels.
me.
What is the quirk that? What is the quirk? What is the quirk that you object to that you think I'm exaggerating?
What do I think that you
Yes. What was I exaggerating?
It's not so
Excuse me, Robin. I'm not talking to you.
No, he's not talking to you.
When I was addressing you, he didn't talk about you.
But I will say.
No. Now your microphone is not being allowed to be used.
See, you can talk about
I'm talking to
the quirks
Fred.
all you want, but I'll tell you one
I'm
thing.
allowing you to have free
Okay.
reign right now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll tell you the thing that really bothered me the
Yes.
most. I think that my contributions to the program were
Again.
really, really minimalized. I really do.
Really?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Okay. You know, it's like you're
You
getting,
think
you're getting
you,
defensive and you're
did I
getting
write
angry.
about how great the voices are that you do? Did I
not
write you were a
really.
great writer?
Not really.
Oh, not really.
Not really,
Oh,
no.
I see. Well, let's
So
see.
you get angry.
Okay, so now so that was minimal. Now tell me about the quirks that you don't like.
Okay.
I see. I wrote that Fred is a guy who does incredible voices. When I met him, he did incredible
Yeah, but
impersonations.
it didn't come off that way. It
Well,
really
to
didn't.
you it
really
didn't.
didn't sound
Excuse
that
me,
way.
Robin. I didn't ask your opinion. I didn't ask your opinion. You know, this is not a book review section.
This is the book notes
Right.
section.
This is.
You know what it is? It's like you're asking, but
This
you
is
don't-
not review.
Table
You,
discussion.
I asked for your review of you, and it's not a round table
I
discussion.
also take offense to the
I'm
fact-
never writing another
I
book.
also take offense that you call me a homophobe, which I am not.
Where do I call you that?
You
In
call
your
me
little
the world's
dream
biggest homophobe
secret.
who's been the gayest guy alive.
That's right.
I'm not a homophobe.
You are homophobic.
I don't.
The day that I was in the room
No.
with you and I was walking around in my underpants, you couldn't
wanna
even
know
handle
something?
it.
I'm modest, but I'm not homophobic. There's a difference.
I feel you're homophobic.
Well, see, that's something that you should either talk
And
to
you
me
are
about.
very uptight.
No,
I'm
not true.
telling you you're homophobic.
I'm
Accept
uptight.
it.
I'm uptight, but I'm
It's
not
my
homophobic.
opinion.
See,
You are homophobic.
Okay. See, that's something that
You are so uptight about
Okay.
gays, and if a gay man... Oh,
Yeah.
please.
No.
Oh.
No.
All right, so you're not homophobic. Go ahead. All right.
Read more.
Read more. What else? What else did I exaggerate?
I feel like we're the Black Israelites.
Read the book. As that guy said on Entertainment Tonight, or whatever it was last night, he said, Old Testament, he held the private parts, New Testament.
Okay. There you go.
Go ahead, Fred.
Okay, Fred needs help with eating.
Gee, I've never said that before.
No.
Robin,
No.
excuse me, I will allow you
No.
to talk now.
No.
Have you? Robin pointed all this out to
All I
me.
have
Hold
to
on.
say
If
is
you want to
the
manipulate
quirks
the situation,
were real.
Do you talk with a pouch?
Okay.
Do I catch you with a pouch every day on this show?
Well, it's because...
Oh, that's because what? Does Robin watch you slurp yogurt?
Well, you eat too. Do you
Of
eat like a
course I
slob?
do.
Do I
talk about it?
Every core
Do I talk about the food in my hair when Gorilla
yeah,
orders
but
me
nobody
potatoes?
sits here and humiliates you over that, do they?
I humiliate myself. I don't need anybody to do it.
Yeah, it's much different.
Yeah, oh, I see.
It's much different when you
All right.
self-deprecate.
So I'm wrong. So you're saying that I exaggerate your
help
eating
opening
habits.
a checking account in Washington,
You
D.C.
didn't?
I had a checking account.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
and who
I
helped
did.
you get that checking
I
account?
got my
Who
own
brought you to the bank,
No,
and
no,
who brought you to get your
I
apartment?
got my own checking account there. Please.
Oh, please, Robin.
Please.
Robin, do we have a rube on our hands or what?
The quirks were true.
Thank you.
That was true.
Thank you.
But I'll tell you, one thing. I will say
What
one
are we
thing.
arguing about here?
No,
but it's great.
I can't say, Fred, and that
but you wanna
entire
know
list,
something?
that's
What I-
not
what I
one
really
thing that
was,
didn't happen.
I mean,
No,
come
no,
on.
okay.
Robin is saying,
let's
in
skip
her
the- okay,
defense,
let's
that
skip the
I'm a
quirks
liar when
thing.
it comes to her, but I cannot possibly be lying when it
Wanna
comes to
know
you.
something?
You couldn't have
You
made
can
that
skip
stuff
the
up.
quirks thing. I will,
All right.
but I will say.
All
one
right, so you
thing.
admit that you are wrong about the quirks.
No, I won't.
You will
I
not.
say you exaggerated them. I will.
I didn't. I thought I was.
Okay.
He didn't put them all
Whatever
in.
you want
Did
to
you
say
not
about
stay in
that.
my apartment and
Whatever
eat
you want to
hot
say
dogs?
about that. Whatever you want to say about that is
Did
fine.
you not
All
use
right.
standing
Okay,
up?
go ahead.
But I will say
All
one
right.
thing.
Go ahead. Yes,
It's like
go ahead.
I was really hurt by the fact that you just did not give me the kind of credit.
Oh, we're
that I
back
thought-
to that.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go back and take a look at the credit, and let's see if
You
we
want to
got
know
any
something?
credit.
You can read that all you want, man. but
Well,
it was like-
let's
it was
see.
so
Hold
It's the
on.
totality, Howard.
It was
I
so
agree.
minimal.
Robin,
Please.
once again, I got to tell you,
Quiet.
no one asked your opinion on Fred. I mean, look, I'm in the battle of my life. I don't need Fred going after me.
You know I'm right. You know she's right.
Yeah, right. Oh, she's absolutely right. I would never argue with Robin, but you, I'm going to argue with.
Yeah, me, I'm going to argue with because you think you can beat me down with that.
Of course. Well, so far I'm doing pretty good. I got you to admit that your quirks are all true.
They're not. I did not admit that.
All right, but you won't argue with me.
I won't
Here are the following quirks from the book. Fred needed help opening a checkout. Fred eats with a pouch.
But you know what? The other thing, man.
Fred needs help leaving a room.
Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on. You call me a psycho. You call me a psycho. You call me a mental
come
patient.
on.
You know,
you
that
call me a
shovel
Martian.
statement always
It's like
set
I'm
his
a
hair on
dog.
end.
The
You know
shovel.
Come on.
All right,
man.
now hold it.
But
Now
he
let's
always
go
hated
back.
that statement.
Hold on.
You know, we're missing the whole general point that just the idea of writing a book that totally slams the people that share the foxhole with you every day is
That's
so
right.
over the top to begin
Of
with. that we
course,
should all be
of course.
Just at the fact that the book even exists.
Exactly.
Listen to him. He's so overjoyed with what you said about it.
Yeah.
I am.
No,
There's
he's-
no way.
no,
I'm
he's ready.
dying.
Wait,
I'm
he
dying
gets-
to read what he wrote.
He
around
gets
the
to
baby
argue
guys.
next. This is great.
He's never been on your side.
All right, you ready?
Who's on his side? I'm saying we should all be pissed off that he wrote a book slamming
Fred
us.
is the first guy
That's on his side.
in radio. I talk about how out of all the people I met early on in my career when I was
Let me ask-
nobody.
let me ask-
Excuse me, I'm going to paraphrase.
Is this my
Fred
time or is
came
this
up
your
to me,
time?
gave himself selflessly, and said, I'm going to do some voices for you. He wasn't getting paid, wasn't doing anything. He hung out with me and did these brilliant voices. I developed that whole thing about how I meet Fred. If that isn't a compliment to your talents, Pally, then I don't know what is. And Robin, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Fred. Number one, you got your own agenda with Fred.
No, man, it's
I have an agenda with
the
Fred?
evidence.
Yeah, you left Fred out of your book.
evidence pointing
Now,
out
at least I remembered I worked with him.
inadequacy.
Yeah. What did you say?
The
You did it safe. You left Fred out. I
No.
left him in.
You know what I talked about Fred?
Mhm.
I talked about how Fred was a strong right arm, a
Yeah.
shoulder for me.
Well, that's what I wrote.
During the time that I was in my worst state.
Yeah, you wrote about his talents, too. Okay, here we go. All right. So listen, you want to start defending yourself to Fred.
Excuse me, I didn't denigrate his
All right.
talent.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't denigrate his talents either.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through it again. So there I am sitting there, an unknown disc jockey, I write. I'm nobody to anybody. The one guy who was nice to me is Fred. He comes in and he did impressions that blew me away. That's his number one talent.
Only because I wouldn't talk to
Oh, so now you're going to paraphrase. You asked if I talked about your talents. If you, that's not out of context. Read the book.
People aren't just going to read that sentence.
Please.
Read the book.
Oh, yeah,
read the book.
Read the book. This is really going to be good for me.
Read the book. Read the book.
The zeal usually...
Here I will read from Fred. Here is how nasty I was to Fred. Fred would come in and tell me he thought I was really funny and that I was onto something fresh and new in radio. Remarkably, one morning, with some vigorous prodding on my part, shy and bashful Fred got on a phone extension in another room. Fred was the kind of guy who would say, "You don't really want me to get on the phone, do you?" I go, "Yeah, you're great. Go ahead, get on the phone." He got on and effortlessly did funny impressions of Nixon and Howard Cosell live on the air. He was one of the most talented people I ever met. From that day forward,
Interplanetary radio geek and serial killer lookalike.
Yeah. Oh, you've never heard that before.
That's all I read, man.
Well, then you read what you want to read. I'll read what I want to read.
It's the mountain of stuff that you put against the thing that you would consider to be...
Fred, I got to look at the whole man.
The crumb compliment, you know what I mean?
Fred, I got to look at the whole man.
No, you're not looking at the whole man. You're distorting the whole man.
Well...
Why not concentrate on the positive?
Why don't you underline...
Yellow,
let me...
you
know what?
Negative.
You know what I'm going to do, Fred, for you?
It is
this is what I'm going to do for you.
What are you going to do for me?
I'm going to give you a new copy of the book. Listen to me. I'm going to highlight all the parts that are good about you. And I'm going to cut out...
And I'll highlight all the parts that are negative about me. It'll look like I urinated on your book.
You know what you should do? You should do it like the O.J. jury newspaper.
Please. Right.
Cut out all the bad parts
That's
and
all.
give Fred the good parts.
That's all. And you know what?
And see how much of a chapter
Your
there
defense
is.
is like
How much
a
of a
glove don't
section
fit it.
there is.
You must have
First of all, and also,
See how
let's
much of a
debate
section there is.
what is really bad. The fact that Fred likes to eat hot dogs and doesn't swallow his food is not a bad thing. It's just a personality trait.
Yeah, don't change it.
Well, I think what Fred is saying, talk about what I do, not what you don't like. Talk about my talent.
Everything is about, he's right.
Gee, I won't write about any of the other stuff we talk on the air every day.
I'm just saying, this is what
Wait a
he's saying.
second. How did you get involved in... Are you Fred's lawyer?
I'm trying to help you.
Are you Fred's lawyer? No, you don't help.
God,
Are you Fred's lawyer? Look at Jackie just sitting quiet.
See?
Are you Fred's lawyer?
Jackie's going to sit there and be quiet.
No, because I haven't read it, and I really wish I had, because...
Jackie's in heaven.
I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
You think people don't understand you? You have no idea. You should step outside your apartment once in a
that
while.
you sit around trying to undermine everybody else on the step, but you have no effect on me and Fred. Now this has all happened without your help.
That's right.
Undermining the staff.
You undermined again, even in the book. You bastard. You ruined my relationship with Robin and Fred.
There I go.
Well, how's that for a book, huh? Did I deliver the goods?
Hope you sell a lot of them.
Thank you, man.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, please. Please.
Fastest selling book in history.
Mhm.
Ah, she laughs.
That's okay.
He's a dog.
At least you have a human trait.
I love you, Freddie. And I love you, Robin. And I love Jackie, I don't love.
It doesn't say that in the
book. You know what? I said to myself after reading my section, I said, if he didn't say he loved me, I wouldn't know.
I'll be quiet. You are such an ingrate.
No way to tell.
Yeah. Fred might have a point. You don't.
All right.
I know I do.
You don't have any point, Fred.
My wife will never sleep with me again.
Yeah, well, believe me, she's not sleeping with you now, so why should she sleep with you? She's busy with Tony and Tina's wedding. And I should have written that in the book. I'll get your wife a job. But I was too kind.
No, you should have. That would have been fine.
That'll be in the paperback.
No, that would be in my book.
The Fred Norris book. I'd like to read that. I'd like to read that. I don't mind reading that.
Yeah.
Years of friendship.
Yeah.
Down the drain.
So what? Makes for good reading.
Hey, you know, it was a sacrifice, but I guess you felt it was well worth it.
Of course I did. And it's a fast read. You know what, Fred? I'll make you this promise. If I ever write anything again, whether it's a column or a joke or anything, I'll leave you out of it. How's that? Okay? No one can please you, Fred.
You know what it is, man? You can't take the criticism. You criticize me.
Oh, I love the criticism. You can go on another hour. I'm selling books.
You know.
Who's not going to run out and buy it now?
Okay, fine.
Criticize all you want.
I'm glad for you.
Thank you.
I'm glad for you.
At least we should be able to say this.
Yeah. I'm allowing it.
We can't argue in front of everybody who's going to be reading it.
Right. Well, you had your rebuttal time. As if you deserved one.
Right, true.
Anyway, let me move on.
Well, thank you for allowing us this time.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. And stop your barking.
Fred wants to hump your leg.
And in the last book I wrote about Fred, remember when Robin, we brought Fred in to Washington and we went up 2 full points. Fred did the trick. It's all, I never got a thank you for that from Fred. No, he never got any credit. That's right. No credit at all.
You're not looking at the picture the way it's presented.
No credit at all.
See, now you're trying to manipulate it.
And during the Jackie section, I wrote that. No, I'm not manipulating anything. I'm just. I know. Fred.
How would you have to revenge yourself? Say the truth.
That's right.
That you feel that you presented the entire picture.
No, I didn't say that.
This is how you felt you could do this and tell people that Fred is a talented and integral part of the show.
No, here's what Fred wants in the book. You ready? Fred Norris is so incredible.
You don't know what I want in a book, man. You don't know. It's like
So why don't you do me a favor?
presenting-
I'm going to give you an assignment because you're such an energetic guy, and you're anxious to make yourself known.
Now the
Right.
truth comes out.
There you go.
You ask me.
Mr. Energy, why don't you go home tonight and write what you feel, and I will read it on the air. You write what you feel should be said about you. Please.
How could he write what you
He
should have
can't
said
because
about
he's
him?
busy. He's busy doing other things. Certainly not writing bits for me.
That's what you wrote in the book.
That's right. I
if
give you.
you wanna look at that,
Thank you.
all right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Scumbag.
Ooh.
That was really a
See, now it's reduced.
Oh,
The
that-
name calling has never called you a name in the
Wow.
entire history of the show.
Oh, I've been very bad to Fred.
That hurt.
I'm a bad guy.
no, because you
I'm a
wanna know
bad guy, Fred.
Howard,
That's right. I'm a bad guy.
you can. You know what it is? Is you're so defensive. You want to push the buttons. That's
Oh,
fine.
that's all right. That's fine.
So-
You know what he does, Fred, though?
Oh,
He-
thank you, Robin.
he
Thank you,
punches,
Robin.
And then he feigns
Nah.
hurt
And then-
feelings
and then-
to
exactly.
make you feel
Fire
bad
him up,
about...
Robin.
Exactly.
Because you did the same thing to me.
Thanks, partner.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I'm such a great partner.
But Fred's lawyer. Fred can't. So what are you saying? Fred can't speak for himself. You're his lawyer.
Oh, dear. Here we
Marsha
go.
Clark is here.
Here we
There's
go.
Marsha Clark.
See? You know, we're all fighting.
Marsha
we're all
Clark.
fighting.
I'm not
Aren't you
fighting.
Happy? We're
I'm
all
happy
fighting.
with what I've said.
And I know you're fighting with me.
Not-
you're
not fighting with
saying,
you.
Don't talk to Fred.
Marsha Clark.
Shut up. Be
I'm
quiet.
trying-
I'm
Right.
talking to Fred now.
It's just that I'm talking to Fred, and you're not allowing us to talk. You keep monopolizing the conversation.
Well, you don't allow me to talk either. So.
Well, that's my prerogative, isn't it? See what? My lawyer.
Dropping that on the whole building.
That's right. Drop
Yeah,
it.
just sit over there and enjoy, Jackie.
Oh, shut up.
Jackie, undermining bastard.
Look at he's wanted this for years to
Right.
see us all fighting with each other.
You really are a jerk. That was from my heart.
He meant that.
Well, you cheered me up. Howard said you do that.
Yeah.
You just cheered me up.
I see the two of you back there, so coquettish. I see what goes on.
Just because I want to bang her. Aside
You
from that,
just cheered me up.
I told you you wouldn't agree with my theory on Jackie.
I agree
Hey.
that you were right.
I don't think that's a nasty thing to say. You might disagree with it, but I don't think it's
I didn't
nasty.
say it was nasty.
Yeah.
It's just
my
not,
theory.
not true. Has no validity. It
You don't
means
think
nothing.
that Jackie adds a lightness to you?
No.
You don't at all. You don't feel
No.
Jackie has any effect on you.
What is my true opinion of Jackie? What do I say to you about Jackie?
That Jackie
behind
should be
closed
fired.
Doors? So how could he be lightening me up?
I don't know.
I mean, make sense.
Well, I wasn't going to write that you wanted Jackie fired. Why would I do that to you?
Sitting there, I said, you know, the one conversation we have every year.
Imagine if I put in the
is
book,
about Jackie.
Robin wants Jackie fired. Imagine I put that in the book. You can't win.
Everybody fired.
She doesn't want you fired.
She did want me
Never.
fired once.
That's
not true.
NBC. I heard through the great.
You are
Oh, you're
insane.
out of your mind.
You know what? You know what? Now
That's
you've
what-
cracked.
No, 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 you wanna know
Now I've
something?
lost your
Howard.
mind.
You have lost.
Someone told me that.
Who told you that? Who told you
I
that?
was in a position to get anybody fired. What is he talking about?
She has
guy.
never in her life ever said to me, Fred should
I
be
don't know.
fired.
That's what someone
Only
told me
has
what-
said good
Oh,
things
this
about
is
it.
why you
whether or
hold
not-
this resentment toward me? Why
Robin,
would you
I
ever
don't
say it?
I don't resent you at all.
She might think you're lazy, but she doesn't think you should be
Oh,
fired.
I
her at all.
never said that.
I'm under attack.
I don't resent you. Yeah, you're desperate, man. You're drowning.
Could have laughed.
Are you insane? Did I just read you? You're one of the most talented guys I ever met. I would have met you 20 years ago. I'm writing about.
It is in the Bramble book.
Oh, Bramble your ass.
But Freddie, the
Yeah, I'll sit and write 50 pages on how talented Fred is.
that's
People
not
are
it.
interested in
That's
that.
not the
They're
point.
interested in the
God,
comedy
I know you're
aspect of
trying
you.
to. You asked for my opinion.
Oh.
Well,
You were
I think
mean
I'm
and
telling
vicious.
you,
You were
can't
mean and
handle it.
vicious.
Robin, that's not true.
You were vicious.
Saying a guy has a pouch in his mouth is not vicious.
No,
Well, Howard, the point that I'm trying to make is,
Vicious would have been to say that the truth about Fred.
but Freddie just made an accurate point.
Yeah.
If you think that 95% of what Howard said in the book was negative, is that ratio any different than what he does on the air? In other words,
Excuse me, that's a question to Fred.
Oh, right.
Thank you.
No, but I'm not.
Fred's having trouble
I'm just saying-
articulating
I
what
know.
the
He's-
problem
you're
is. I know
articulating for Fred.
exactly.
He's that way to all of us on the air. In fact, I got more compliments in the book than I get on the air.
You know what, Gary?
everybody
Fred
gets
is
more-
not you.
Right.
Excuse me, why is Fred not allowed to answer? Why are you stopping Fred
I'm
from
talking for
answering?
actually, Robin. I'm talking for all of us. Howard
It doesn't
treated
matter. Fred
Howard
already
treated
answered.
us all in the book the way he
Let
treated
Fred
us.
answer.
Forget it.
Oh, please.
having a
You know what?
discussion
You know what,
without
Fred? Sorry you don't like what I wrote. I thought it was very funny.
Let him answer.
Okay, well, I'm
No,
glad.
there's nothing to answer.
I know
I've
you were-
already
I know you
read
wrote it
you
was
what I
funny.
wrote. I mean, you couldn't say anything more talented.
I guess I was looking for
My
something a
assessment
little
of
more
Fred.
appreciative.
Fred is not sitting there because I like him. He's sitting there because he's super talented. That's number one. Anybody who earned a position on this show that goes for Robin,
But I don't
Gary,
think,
well, not Gary,
That
but
doesn't
I
come
really
through
don't
Jackie
think
and
it's
Fred.
coming through
That
in the
doesn't
book.
come through in the
honestly,
book.
Yeah, you want to know something,
I'm
Fred?
being square honest
Fred,
with you.
I think most of the audience can put that together.
You think?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think
No?
that.
Oh, you're sitting here because you eat with a pouch. Good thinking.
Hey, man, you know, like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but they don't know.
Oh, and they don't know that you're the most talented voice guy that I wrote in the book. They ignore that part. Oh, I see. I have you here because you eat with a pouch.
It's not.
You are retarded.
See,
You know what? I'm right about you. You should take that shovel and dig
Is he
yourself a
normal?
grave.
I want to know, is he normal or were you
No,
lying?
I was lying.
What?
I was lying.
What?
You're not normal. I thought you were the most normal on the show,
Okay.
but you're not.
Okay, Howard, you're entitled. You're entitled to your opinion.
All right, can I do this now? We've discussed your reaction to the book,
I don't
Robin's
feel- I don't
reaction
feel
and your
fulfilled.
reaction.
I don't feel
Jackie
fulfilled.
started in with some reaction. But
I don't think there's any way to resolve this, Fred. It's in print.
That's right.
Yeah.
It is not resolved.
No.
You have to live with it.
I certainly
That's
do.
it.
But you
so
know
this
what it
is my
It's
evaluation
like-
of you.
but
It's a comedy
you know what it is?
evaluation. Yes.
You never necessarily hear it off the air, and then when you see it in print, it makes it even.
I see.
But he understood Jackie. That was the thing that really got
Right.
me.
I understand
he
Jackie.
understood Jackie. How
Jackie
hard
is
it
easy to
for
understand.
Jackie.
It is hard for Jackie.
Hard for Jackie.
I'm officially not speaking to Corvick.
Is that right?
That's the nicest thing you've
She
ever
can
done
kiss
for
my
me.
big black ass.
Look what you did.
Put
Look
it
what you
up,
did,
brother
Paul.
man.
Look what happened.
And what do I say in the book? I love watching everybody fight with one another.
What did you say? What
I
did you
live
know
for
the
this.
best
Hitler
quote?
Youth.
The Hitler Youth.
Yeah.
The best thing in my
And there's a
section
big picture of me as Hitler.
was a quote about how we never hang out with each other because that might cause us to become friends. Any
You
of us.
said that.
And
Yeah,
I thought that was a good
his
quote.
contribution.
No, the
Did
more
you see that
scabs.
quote?
I made the book.
No, the more scabs, the better, and that's absolutely true.
Yeah, we bond. You know, if you get together, you might
Oh, you and your impression.
Kid wouldn't get through Baba
You,
Booey.
so you got it right though, because Robin hates her section, but Jackie's section's a riot.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, listen.
It's not funny. I didn't say it was funny. I was upset that he was so understanding of Jackie. He doesn't understand me. He doesn't understand Fred.
But
he understands
she's
Jackie.
logical.
Just trying to figure you out.
She's right on a good keel.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Full steam ahead.
as you can see, anytime one of us writes a book,
Right
it causes
into the iceberg.
controversy. And we all do the best. You know what? On my defense, and Robin, any criticism that people had of your book, neither one of us are real writers. So we write. In fact, I ran my book through what is called the Kincaid-Fletch test, which rates you on what level you write. And I write on the 7th grade level. So maybe who knows what? Who knows what?
Maybe what you meant to say isn't wrong.
That's right. But I think I said was very nice. But and Fred, certainly anything I wrote
And you know this idea
is
that
trying to be humorous and
Judith
engaging.
cut
do
everything
understand
that
but I
was
was
good.
looking for some kind of validation.
Well,
and
I
it
do.
was
Well,
not
I'll tell you what the
forthcoming.
validation is. How long have you been sitting in that chair, working those machines and
I don't know,
writing
but
for
every
me?
other day you also see you hate me and you wish I would
see.
die. so
Well,
it's
of
like,
course. But how long have you been in that chair?
Since 1981.
Okay. There's your validation.
There you go.
I can't give you any more validation than that.
Okay. But that doesn't come.
How long has Al Rosenberg
that
been with the
doesn't-
show?
but that
Excuse me.
doesn't-
How long has Al Rosenberg been with the show?
He was with the show for 3 years.
Okay. How long was our friend from Washington with the show? About 2 days?
Something like that.
How come a certain other person is no longer with the show who I just couldn't care less about?
That
Think
I
about
don't
it.
know.
You don't know?
I haven't
Think about it
discussed that
tonight.
with you.
When you sit and you can read the chapter again, think about it. That's your validation.
Try to get over it with that
Yeah.
in mind.
Get over it with that. that's my tonic. What is that?
You know what I can't
And with that,
understand?
I'll turn off your
I'm with
mic.
Robin on one thing, though.
Yeah.
And Jackie's going to hate me, too. Why do you understand
Yeah,
him?
that's the thing. It would have been bad enough. You know, it might not have even mattered
Yeah.
if you didn't understand him.
I don't
I can understand you
What's
not
with him?
understanding
When
me.
did he become the enemy?
When is he the
No,
enemy?
he's not the enemy. He's not the
It's
enemy.
just that how
It's like,
good. I mean, we're your
understand
loyal
one thing,
buddies.
Jack.
Jackie got.
You're
Oh,
the-
please.
you're the device.
You got Robin. I'm not even going to address you because.
See? Something had to come out of that from Jack.
And Fred,
What's that, my friend?
in line with what Robin just said, I saved your life.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Actually,
an admission
actually
people
Gary
should
No,
make
did.
excuse
on
me,
their
Fred.
own.
Fred, look at me. I gave you life.
Actually, Gary did.
All right.
He called 911.
I just, you know what? I expected the worst and got it for me. That's, that's what I expected.
And you deserved it. Opportunity to write his own chapter. I will take out. How's this? How's this for Fred? In the paperback, I'll take out your chapter. I'll put yours in, the one you want.
Okay, there
All
you
right.
go.
There you go.
Oh, there's no need for that. Just
Believe
put
me.
Fred's in too.
I'm not doing that.
I didn't think there was that.
You write it, and I'll read it on the air.
There
How's
you
that?
go. There you go. I'll have Judith edit it and have her put some mean things in there, too.
No, she did. I can't blame Judith. I wrote
Yeah,
that.
Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, I hold-
Taking care of us all.
Yeah.
She's not Miss Black Hole.
Why don't we take a break? Obviously, everyone's had a rough morning, especially Fred and Robin, too. Obviously not Jackie. Nothing bothers
No,
him.
Jackie is fine.
Fine.
Everything rolls off.
And if you want Jackie fired, then so be it, Robin. We'll take care
I
of
have
it.
never said, you see, there's a misnomer. I have never said fire Jackie. I have said
Wait,
why
wait,
negotiate.
Wait, let's not start this again.
No, screw the commercial. You
Why
just said
do
that
you do this?
Shut up.
Right.
You just said you had that conversation
Shut up,
every
Pete.
year.
Every year we
to
do.
fire me.
It's the truth.
And now you're backpedaling?
It's not to fire you, it's to let you go.
All right, listen, Robin, you're on fire this morning.
Oh, man.
Everybody calm down.
All right.
I'm getting heart palpitations.
All right.
I mean,
all
we're
right.
all being so honest.
Jeez. All right. It's just comedy. It's jokes. Everybody mellow out. Jackie, she's kidding.
Make sure you come running in here giggling during
I'm
the spot.
going to come in to tell you I love you.
I tried
And
that
she's
with
gonna hug you.
yesterday and you spit on me.
All right. Why don't we take a break? Obviously, the show is metamorphosizing into something very warped as a result of my new book.
It's got a Sudafed now.
It's changed.
Right. No, it's just gotten more
morphing.
interesting. It's morphing into something horrible.
It's getting ugly.
It is getting ugly. All right. Why don't we take a break? Let's see if you hug Jackie, I'll hug Fred.
All right.
All right, then I'll hug you and you hug me. All right,
I'll
we'll
hug
be
her
back
after
at it.
you hug him, because he's a homophobe and he won't let you.
He is a homophobe.
Well, we'll have to see.
Fred, you are a homophobe.
Okay, if you say so.
Remember that night we were together and you were afraid to get him dressed in front of
How
me?
you construe that as homophobic?
You were afraid I was going to come on to you. I know it. I read it in your eyes.
Not even close.
All right.
Not even close.
You were ashamed of your own body.
I am very modest.
Go give him a hug.
I really am.
He doesn't have to hug me. He's not in any mood to hug me.
I'm hoping he'll hurt you.
He's going to give you one.
And him and that wife that I found her a romance and I found her life and I got her an acting career, she's probably egging him on.
No, she's not.
Oh, yes, she is.
Actually, no.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get a hold of her.
Egging him on to
No,
do
she's
what?
not.
About this?
Oh, of course.
No, she's never egged me on about
She
it.
doesn't understand comedy like you and I do.
Never egged me on about
All right. She's not the geniuses that we are.
it. You definitely are a genius.
Well, thank you. I write that in the book several
Fred
times.
will say that even in his anger.
Even in my anger, I must admit that.
Thank you, Fred. And I admit that about you.
I'm a dog.
That's what I admit about
You're
you.
very smart for a dog.
You're a talking dog.
There you go.
Oh, man.
I mean, to this day, man, it's like
You're upsetting Jackie.
It's like
You know how I love
fetch
Jackie. I don't want it
records and I'm a
upset.
dog.
All right, let's take a break. Jackie, I'm sorry if any of this upset you.
This whole dog thing I've never heard before. I don't understand where that
It was
You
a
have to
joke.
read the book.
I said, Fred, wait a second. I'm going to read that part right now on the air. I demand that I read that on the air. I'm going to allow myself to read that on the air. I don't normally read my own book on the air because, quite frankly, I think you should have to go out and buy it. Just as no one could explain why the dog chose man, no one could explain why Fred chose Howard and why Howard chose Fred. Fred was an ally. Oh, that's a horrible thing to say, Fred. How dare you? I want an apology.
Mother dear.
How dare you? Oh, suddenly, I read the whole thing, Robin. Didn't sound too bad, did it?
It was pretty bad.
Oh, Robin, tell the truth. You've always been honest.
I'm telling you,
Robin,
you have
you
to
are
read
obnoxious.
This relentless.
Hold on. Is that the extent of the dog analogy?
that was the dog analogy.
But it's on.
Oh,
all
you know,
this other
Jackie,
stuff.
Jackie.
No, I'm just asking a question.
That is the extent. She
know
will not
what?
admit
You
it.
know
He's called me a mental patient. He's called me a Martian.
I called me a dog and you a dog.
He's called me a dog.
If you're a dog, then I'm a dog. Hello, look at me.
The only reason I've kept around is
Hey,
because I
mental
fetch
case.
records.
Look at me, Schmecker.
Schmecker? What's a Schmecker?
He just said Schmecker.
I like that.
Hey, look at me.
What?
I said you were a dog and I was a dog. We were drawn to each other. Now, I didn't call you a dog and me a
For
man.
no apparent reason.
That's right. All right. Good night, everybody. You know what? Screw you all. I'm taking the book off the
It's
market.
the 7th grade level. Oh, right.
That's all. That's all. I'm going to open up the phones. I would like to know what people think of all this.
I don't know.
We've gone about any of this. 3 hours of no commercial. We just did commercial-free arguing for.
Well, this is a therapy session. Everybody was hurt.
Well, Tom is hurt the most because there's no commercials. We're going to take a break and we'll be back right after.
You're listening to the